You're listening to the Uncomfortably Funny podcast with Dave Hodge, Anthony Ennis, and Shay Farrell.
So what does uncomfortably funny mean? Say something uncomfortably funny.
You know, like when you don't want to laugh at a joke, but you do, because it's so fucking horrible, but you don't want to laugh. Like an age joke.
Like, so it's taboo humor. That's what that means?
Yes.
Uncomfortably funny. Okay, so let's hear it. Let's hear something that's taboo or uncomfortably funny.
Episode 112, and we started on fucking time and everything's working.
Yeah.
So there. It only took us 112 episodes to fucking do this. Sponsored by Fleshlight, Cold Cock Whiskey, and our E-Fuck Clip of the Week, and our fancy pen holder. What's up, Mike? You like that?
Yeah.
Very different.
It's definitely different. I'll give you that. It's seriously, it looks like brass knuckles for your dick.
It does.
It really does.
Or the edge of a sword, you know, or the end of a sword that you
Yeah.
hold.
Or lightsaber. No, not lightsaber. They don't have the knuckle things.
Maybe your queer lightsaber don't, but mine does.
My queer lightsaber has a thing to sit on, so there.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, God. Mike Mazza, we've called in before, but we got you in here.
Have I called it?
Yeah, we talk about as we were just talking
You
just
actually
before we
called
came on
in the one night our feed crapped out, so we only have it on recording.
Yeah.
Because we
I
suck
remember
at podcasting.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Like a month
Well, it was when everything first started with this shit with you and
like a month ago.
and Vincent and Eleazar,
Yeah. About a month ago.
who's about to film his special. All right, so so what were you saying about
No, I'm just saying about his special.
Yes, I know.
So what was I saying about what?
I don't even remember. We were just about to talk about. I'm like,
Oh,
wait, save it for the air.
What? But here's what.
How I got Vinny Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's tell that story first.
So basically, tell again for the 10,000th time.
Right.
I went to Bam Margera's house party that he had.
Super.
And I started talking to him about comedy. He said, that's not really my thing, but I'll tell funny stories. So I was like, okay, cool. Here's my card. Hit me up if you're interested. Week later, his manager, Jack, hits me up, starts talking to me about it. I'm like, look, I don't do the whole business part. I'm not that bright with that part. I'm going to pitch you through to Vinny Beetle, who I'm working with.
Sorry to hear that.
So,
The Connecticut Ron Herron? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
And I pitched him through, and they came up with the whole Bam Margera Unfiltered tour.
Bam Margera.
Okay, now, have you seen one of these?
I was on one.
Okay. Is he just an incoherent ass, or
No,
is it like...
Bam's pretty cool. He's a cool dude.
All right, because he's
So
like...
on stage, though, I mean.
He's fine. Yeah, it's cool.
Because everything I've seen of him lately, he's just completely like...
A belligerent
drunken,
douche.
Belligerent douche.
I mean, every time I saw him, even at his party, he was drinking, but he was fine.
That's cool.
He wasn't all fucked up. He wasn't all crazy. He's a really nice dude.
Are you just trying to get back on tour?
No, not at all.
On the Freight and Friends show?
Apparently Bam hates me now because Vinny was saying apparently I was talking shit about the tour on Reddit, which I've never used Reddit before.
I've used Reddit. I've talked shit on there about it.
Apparently someone
Is your screen name Mike Mazza?
No.
someone was either posing as me or someone with a name saying it was me.
That's funny.
I checked, but there was nothing. But apparently Beatles says that people are posting as me.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I fucking love
look,
comedy drama. It makes me so happy.
Comedy drama can be fun.
It makes me so happy.
Because he actually doesn't know this. I actually have Bam's number, so I could always give Bam a call.
You should.
But
You should.
I don't know what Vinny's told.
You should just send him a text, be like, "Hey man, I hear this. Vinny's talking a bunch of shit about me to you." Just
No, I hear Vinny's talking a bunch of shit about you and how you're doing terrible on stage.
I'm an
I figured
instigating
once the
asshole.
dust settles and he's not with Beetle anymore, I'll hit him up.
It's bound to happen soon. Although this is his longest running partnership, him and Bam.
Well,
What, 2 months now?
He said in the car. He said in the car in Detroit. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe I finally got my break." Like blah 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 blah. And I'm
Who's
just
Troy?
like, what?
Who's Troy?
Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. Never mind.
Yeah, we did a show.
That's my good ear too. That's the fucked up part.
You know the thing where you want to give me the video.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then like you saw the video and it wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a bomb.
Right.
Like he said it was.
It wasn't. He made it seem. Vinny Beetle made it seem like it was the worst comedy anybody's ever heard. And I've heard Vinny's comedy, so you know he knows bad comedy. So
So wait, he said you bombed.
So basically, I did the show, 400 people.
You've seen Vinny before.
It was fucking.
That's basically his act.
But my part was fucking. I thought it was great. Like it wasn't perfect. It wasn't like
You had a decent set.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're still a new comic.
It wasn't a holy shit home run set, but it was a decent set.
Right.
I hear you.
And the crowd was behind me. You hear it on the video.
Right.
The next day, Vinny told me he saw the video because they filmed it. He's like, "Oh, you did well. You did well." It's like, okay, cool. Monday comes along. He's like, "Oh, there was a problem with Bam's manager." He said about you. I was like, "What about me?" He's like, "Apparently you were awkward, you weren't funny, and you sucked." And I was like, "You said I did well." He's like, "No, you were shit." He's like, "You fucked up, you bombed." I was like, "What?" And then it took me that whole thing with the video. He wouldn't let me see the video. And finally, Paul got me the video.
Paul being Paul.
Paul being a fucking limey nudge.
Yes, definitely nudge. Very underused word. I got to start using that from. My friend Jay started calling. He's just going to make him a butler because everybody needs a good British butler.
My butler says cunt every fourth word. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then since then, he said that I quit the tour, which really, Bam's manager, he's saying let me go, when really I think it was Vinny.
Oh, you know it was Vinny.
Yeah. Oh, you were stealing his thunder because you met him first. That's absolutely what that was.
I have no idea. But
And how's he going to get Pete Freight on tour with him if you're still there?
I don't know who's Pete Freight.
You're better off.
like, but yeah, he said I slept.
Nice guy. I'm not going to say anything bad
Paul
about him.
says, thanks for your support. I am supporting you, Paul.
I am supporting you, Paul.
said you're the
You're
best-
our favorite nudge.
You're the best nudge in the business.
You really are.
I was about to say, can we see the comments?
Yes.
Yeah, I have it up on my phone, but
But, I'm an idiot, and I took a minute to do it. So I was too worried about making sure what feed I wanted to have on the cameras because I don't know how to work them still. But, yeah, No, but, yeah, Paul's a good nudge. And what we were saying besides... Oh, Pete Freight, nice guy.
okay.
Yeah.
Comedy needs to work on it, but he's not bad. Like, he's
Nah,
not, horrible.
there's a couple good things, He's a new guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he's running this show down. I like Callaway's. Have you ever been there?
No. Never heard of it.
All right. No. I used to go with my son all the time. 'Cause they have an arcade. They have mini golf there. They have a driving range.
Yeah, where you pick up kids. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. Duh. What am I going to go hang out at the
What's up,
school?
Sal? I know Sal.
Hey, what's up, Sal? How are you? Sal's a good guy. I like Sal. Sal has his Talking Baseball podcast at Hamilton Radio.
Okay. All right. So you do the first show. He says you're shit.
Well, first he said I did good, and then he changed
Yeah,
2 days
yeah,
later
yeah.
and said I was shit.
So
He wanted me off the tour. He said that Bam's manager wanted me off the tour. And that Bam's manager, I still have all these messages. That Bam's manager will call me that night, explain everything to me. Never happened.
yeah.
And I was like, something's not adding up. And I feel it was Vinny. He's lying. He's the one, for some reason, didn't want me on the tour. That's what I did. That's just what I feel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But he's telling people that I quit.
That part I didn't hear until just now. So,
Yeah, he's telling people I quit.
yeah, which is just stupid.
Like, no, I didn't quit. I quit working with him. I didn't quit working the tour.
Right. Well, most people...
So then, what happens next? Like, what happened after that?
He owed me $1,000.
That's
I had all
it?
the text message. Yeah,
I thought it was more.
over.
All right.
It was like $1,400, I guess. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just make it $1,000. And I took him.
First man to ever round down when it comes to four-figure fucking debts.
I would round it up. That's
Yeah.
So I took him to court. He didn't show up. So I got a default judgment.
Right.
Now I got to go tomorrow to turn the paperwork. So basically, what I'm doing is putting a hold on his accounts.
Nice.
So now if he goes to buy a car, take out a loan, get a credit card, buy a new place to rent, they'll give the money to me.
Right.
awesome.
I like that.
Yeah, you should up the number.
But meanwhile, he says
$50,000.
meanwhile, he says
Small claims, they only let you go up to
he
like
didn't-
$3,000.
Yeah,
Well, $3,000. They would owe me $3,000 exactly.
But he says the reason he didn't show up to
$299.99.
court, the reason he didn't show up to court was because apparently he has all this evidence on me, and
Good.
it would have been in his favor. Why don't you show up to court?
is
Good.
Absolutely Ron Herron.
He's
Holy
worse than Ron
shit.
Herron. He is
Like,
worse than Ron Herron.
I'm having flashbacks of Ron Herron right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thankfully, you never got a chance to meet that guy.
Yeah.
No, Vinny is definitely worse than Ron Herron.
Really?
Vinny looks for money. Ron never started barking up the money tree with people.
Yeah.
He was just a dick to people.
He was just a behind the keyboard tough guy.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until I said, hey, meet me somewhere, you fucking pussy, and he wouldn't meet me somewhere.
Yeah.
And then made it like I was bullying
And then
him.
it was funny because that night that he didn't show up to court, I was hanging out with my manager at a bar.
You're a
And
manager?
Vinny
You're a
called.
manager.
What?
How do you have a
Because I'm
manager?
also an actor.
Oh.
So
We'll get into that momentarily.
Yes, we will. Okay.
so Vinny called me
All right.
that night, and he was standing next to me, and he was like, "Dude, just answer the phone. I want to hear what this guy sounds like." So I answer the phone. He's like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, we need to sell this like men, like blah blah." He's just talking. Cause that's what he is. He's a talker.
Oh yeah.
And I was just not saying anything. He says I have to know my place in the comedy world, where I am as a comedian. That I fucked up that night. Just all that stuff. I bet you miss working with us.
No.
And meanwhile, my manager's standing there, and he's like, "This guy's an asshole."
Oh yeah.
And then he starts flipping out on me, and I give the phone to him. And he's like, "Hey, Vinny. And he's like, "Who the fuck are you? Like, who are you to talk to me? Address me. I don't know you." He's like, "I'm Mike's manager. Like, I'm representing him." He's like, "Well, your client's an asshole. He sucks as a comedian and actor. Like, you don't know what you're getting into." He's like, "No, I've seen him. That's why I'm working with him."
Right.
And
Billy, I've also seen you. That's why I'm not working with you.
Right.
That would have been the line.
That should have been the line.
he's like,
It's
"Bro."
like, that's why we have him signed to a lucrative contract and you're not.
Oh, that's another. He got me because I asked him about a contract.
Of course.
Yeah, because then he'd have something that in writing that
Yeah.
he has to pay you.
You know why? Because I also found out, and I think you might have as well, he's a car salesman in Connecticut.
Was a car salesman.
Was. That part I didn't hear. I know he
Not anymore.
was in the business. Well, that many bad reviews about how shitty of a salesman you
yeah, I
are,
saw that.
bound to happen.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Vinny Beetle, terrible salesman,
Yeah.
got fired. Hold on.
Pull it up.
Yeah,
All right.
It's all negative reviews. But, so, basically, my manager was talking to him. He was cursing at him, and my manager hung up on him.
You need to put a lien on any 2-weekend comic at RTB's. Paul, send me a link. Message me a link to that Vinny Beetle stuff about
The car dealership.
the car dealership stuff.
Isn't Paul working with Vinny Beetle now?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, he's trying to get him on the podcast. That was all.
I thought I saw Paul on a flyer with him.
Paul, he was supposed to have Paul do the show over here at RTB with Florentine and Levy,
Maybe
which
that's what it's
immediately got canceled.
called. Awesome.
Oh, it was canceled?
Why?
Of course
why,
it was.
'cause Paul was on it, or?
No, because nobody bought a ticket.
Yeah, well, I mean, Levy and Florence, you got to pay them both. They're
Right.
It happened, because I know someone who did it. He just said Beatles.
No,
didn't
the first show happened, not the Florentine one, the Levy show, and there was like
I
5
thought
people
they
there
were the
because they
same
never.
show.
No, there was supposed to be 2 shows
So
back
did
to
he
back.
pay Bob?
That I'm not sure of.
Well, Bob's working with him again too.
I thought they stopped working together.
I seen the. I know they stopped, and I
No, they stopped, and Bob basically went to all the rooms that he was supposed to be booked at with them, and called him back and said, "I'm still going to do the show. You're booking me." He's like, well, why is he giving up money?
Yeah.
I don't blame him. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, he's an asshole. I'm still available.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, so basically my manager hung up on him twice, because he was flipping out
Good.
on him. And he's like, "Look, how about this? Give us $500. You'll never hear from us again." And he was like, "No, fuck that. I don't care."
I have to give us the whole fucking 1,000, you idiot.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, I have 700." And he was like, "No, you just have 500. He's like, "Well, you're still cursing at me."
Yeah.
And then he just kept raising. He's like, "Okay, it's $1,000." And then he hung up again. He's like, "Block him." He's like, "Just go through the court."
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
So you wanted to handle like a man. I guess not.
Like,
So, trying to get back to what he was saying, you're also an actor and a comedian.
yeah,
But what were you doing before that?
pro wrestling.
Which is how he got into doing that. And I met you at, me and Paul met you at Anchor's Bend a while back.
Yeah.
When you were, they were filming for your,
Underdogs. Yeah. It's
What's it
actually
called?
Underdogs. It's actually on Amazon Prime right now. There's
Okay.
1 episode. It's a sneak peek. Rest of the series gets released either next month or June.
nice. I can't wait for that.
So if you want to check out the first one, you can.
I definitely shall, yeah.
It's like
we're gonna wind up asking you later so we can make sure we put the link in there too, so that way anybody watching can do that.
yeah.
We'll put it on Twitter that you hate.
Dude, I have no heat on Twitter whatsoever.
Zero.
It's been weird lately.
Stupid.
I have zero heat on Twitter.
I was doing okay for a while.
Facebook, I have plenty of heat.
Yeah.
Twitter, zero.
You know where I'm starting to get more now? Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. I've been cleaning up.
I actually I was with Gerald last night in Orange at a show, and I literally had 2 people come up to me after the show, like, "Could you add me? Here's my phone. Add your account here." I'm like, "Okay," and I was expecting like Facebook or Twitter, and it was IG for both of them. And the one guy goes, "You have Facebook too?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "All right." I'm like, "Good, new fan." I didn't tell you. Last week, there we go. That's a long fucking thread, Paul.
Wow.
Holy
Oh, he
shit.
just put the whole thing in there.
Oh, you put all the comments.
Please read that.
Dan S. rated Vincent Beadle, their salesman, is an what is that?
Unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous liar. I pity the customers of the next dealership he ends up at. Best Buy Auto Wholesalers Unhappy C. Rated. I second that. Do not trust him. We have to sue them since they never paid. Where was I?
Paid off our car.
Paid off our car that we no longer have and that they have sold.
Wow. Worst experience I have ever had. First off, let me mention that I drive for my job and am 6 months pregnant. That poor guy. Which everyone knew when I came in looking for a safe and reliable vehicle. Right off the bat, when I came in, he's just he really is. He's the epitome of a shitty car salesman. And so bad that he couldn't even stay a car salesman.
Jesus Christ, dude. There's like 500
Yeah,
of
just
them.
a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
all
Thank
that.
you, Paul. Wow.
Do not trust them because even with paperwork, they will lie and jerk you around with a bunch of stories to not have to deal with the issues that they create for their customers.
Awesome.
Ridiculous. I love it.
Dirty salesman who got angry and upset.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally who he is.
I one time had to buy a car, and my wife was looking online, the whole fucking thing, and it was up near fucking...
Sloatsburg.
No, dude, it was up near fucking the GW. Like, It was
Okay.
a fucking hike.
Ultapan.
Well, it was like this deal and blah blah blah. And my wife talked to the lady online. She said, "Listen, but explain the whole thing. Yeah, no, don't worry. It's a some fucking rebate fucking thing. Blah blah." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" My wife's like, "Yeah." So we get there. Hey, guess what? The car's not there,
Okay.
and the woman my wife talked to is not there either.
Of course.
But they have these other cars that are a lot more money. And I go, let's go. Get in the fucking car. I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking doing this. So I'm on the guy's like, oh, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, yeah, I go, I fucking hate salesmen. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm letting you know now, I fucking hate salesmen. So, well, you know what? Let me talk to her. You can talk to my wife all you want. I have to sign everything.
Yeah.
And my phone rings as I'm sitting there. It's my nephew from Vegas. So I ask him, hey, what's up, man? He's, hey, he goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm about to fucking choke 3 car salesmen. I go, they're all like
Nice.
fucking, they're all fucking bunch of like wannabe gangster Italian guys. I go, they have no idea what's in store for them.
Yeah.
Fucking, and he's like, oh, and they're all like looking up like,
Exactly. Bait and switch fuckers.
and they're all like looking up like fucking, I'm like, I go, they have no idea that I missed the night of training for this, and I'm pissed off I missed the night of training for this. And fucking, so I go and sit in the car, and I have my daughter with me, and we're sitting in the car, and she's like 4 at the time, and she's sitting in the car seat. I'm sitting in the car waiting for my wife. So the guy, and she's going, yeah, this is a lost call. He's done. He's absolutely done. So this is a lost call. Oh, miss, and she's trying to be polite. So the guy comes out and he goes, oh, sir, blah, 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 blah. I go, how about this? How about you get the fuck away from my car if I punch you in the fucking face? How's that sound?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, sir, you don't need to. I go, you're a fucking lying cocksucker.
Yeah.
And the whole time my kid's in the car, but I'm fuming. Like, when you're mad, you don't think about it.
You're not worried about a curse in front of the kid. You're worried about fucking
And
not
I go,
choking
you're
somebody.
lying. I go, dude, seriously. Like, I honestly hope this place catches on fire. I go, I hope it catches on fire with all you in it, and you can't get out. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. And he's like, oh, sir, you need to. I go, you know what? Walk away. I go, dude, walk away because I'm about to get out of the car, and it's gonna end really bad. And as I'm doing it, my daughter's going, yeah, yeah, right. So the guy's like, all right, sir, he walks away. And he said something to my wife as we're leaving, and she goes, yeah, you guys shouldn't have lied. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
And like he said to her, like, he doesn't need to be that aggressive.
You don't need to be a dick either.
People need to be that aggressive with you.
To stop you, yeah.
There's people you need to be that aggressive with.
Yeah.
And the reason they are like that is because people aren't that aggressive with them.
Exactly.
They're used to people being passive with them.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll settle on this.
Exactly. I'm like, fuck you.
Sure.
You absolutely can.
You gonna take a smell?
Yeah,
we went to All American. My wife, same again. My wife's looking to buy a car, blah blah blah, and so she figures out the whole deal. Like, all I have to, I don't want to be there for the fucking. I don't want to be there for the talk. I just want to go, sign shit, and walk out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm there for. Don't talk to. I hate you.
I want to make sure everything matches. I want to sign and get the fuck out.
So she tells me the price, everything, down payment price. I go, okay. So when I walk in, he goes, oh, we ran the numbers, blah, blah. And it was like $150 more. I threw it at him. I went, fix it, and walked out.
Good.
and I turn around and look because it's this big open, like, you know,
Yeah.
what I mean? You can see the thing, and I could read my wife's lips going, I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Before this whole happened, I told you this. Like, I told you that he's gonna fucking...
I need bottom line
not
numbers. Don't
playing
fuck
games.
with me.
Like,
Yeah.
he fucking, like... And then, we're this and that. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. It's time to go home.
Like,
and then all of a sudden...
I deal in that industry, so,
Yeah.
like, I am used to what scumbags they are to people. I'm like, really? I have to fucking, you know...
There's my set right there.
Then all of a sudden, the numbers came back down.
Right.
You know what I mean? The numbers came down. Dude, I went to buy a car one time at Global...
Well, you know, etching?
Oh, dude, who knows? I went to buy a car one time at Global Auto Mall in Plainfield. Right?
Yeah, 22.
This was a positive buying experience. We agreed on one number, okay? So I had to go back the next day to sign. It was something like stupid, you know what I mean? But I
You had to wait for the bank to approve.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
this is what they have, but they don't need the final signature.
Yes.
Yep.
So I go there and the guy goes, "Oh, the price changed a little bit." And I fucking automatically, and he saw my face. He goes, "No, the price went down. Your payments went down." I went, "Okay."
Which almost never
I go,
happens.
"You just got my blood pressure because I know I saw your face when I said it." I go, "Because you don't know how many times we've gone in and they're like, oh yeah, but wait a second, but now it's fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm out." Like,
Well, you see, the problem is, especially with car dealers, because they get away with fucking murder, because most people don't
you can
know...
do that right now, today. Go fuck yourself.
The legal things behind what they do so many illegal things that most people don't know the difference, and they don't they don't catch it. So you get a lot of people who'll go in there. It's like, oh, so what's the price of this? They never give you a price. If you ask what a price is, 90% of the time they won't tell you the price. They'll say, well, are you paying cash or financing? Which, first of all, it's against the law to change the price because you're financing. But they do it every fucking time.
No, it didn't, you limey cunt. The number of years didn't go up.
For what?
He said that's the numbers went down. The number of years went up.
Oh, yeah, well. No, but like they try and pull that shit all the time, and it's like, all right, and you start talking to people, it's like, that's not what I agreed to.
Yeah.
And like people like 6 months later, a year later, like, how much longer do I have to pay for this shit?
I got one. It was a smart buy,
Of course.
but it was a lease. I didn't know it was a lease. Nothing in my thing said lease. Nothing in my contract said mileage. It was like on
Fine print
Yes.
on the back of the second
Yes.
page. Yep.
Yep. Because I'm like, what are you talking about when we're over mileage? We don't have mileage. We didn't lease the car. No, it's a lease. No, it's not.
I'm not that dumb.
Fucking they pulled their paperwork out. Fucking, oh yeah, see here. I go, are you
son of
fucking
a
kidding
bitch.
me, you motherfucker? And I'm like, all right, last time we buy anything here. See you later. Take the car back. Bye bye.
But that's the thing. Most people think about it. When you get a car, it's usually going to be that you have it for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
So even if you go back to that same place because it's a positive thing, that guy may or may not be back there when you go back. And if it's a negative experience, which most of them are, it's that guy's gone in the next 6 months to a year anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Unless you go to some really shit dealership, like some small dealership, and then it's the same fucking family of people trying to rob you every time. Yeah. It's like, ugh. Just, you can't deal with some of the people sometimes. It's awful.
Yeah, I hate salesmen.
And I like this sexy fucking pic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
People say I look like a magician.
Yeah, I can see that.
I wasn't thinking that, but I'm like, okay.
I can see that, yeah.
Nosferatu, maybe.
Yeah. You're the leader of the Eastern European gang, and I'm one of your thugs? I can see
Yes,
that.
I see that. You're his henchman.
Yeah, I'm a henchman.
That heckled Elazar.
What happened?
Did you see it? Elazar had a post up. Be careful if you heckle somebody that looks like a hitman in the audience.
Oh, yeah, he might be one.
He might actually be one. I was afraid for my life tonight. That was you? No.
No, but you don't heckle the audience.
Right, that's the problem. You shouldn't be picking on the audience.
No. But you don't. You do crowd work. That's called crowd
Right.
work.
Not pick on the audience.
That's not a heckle.
Right. That's
Heckle's when they yell at you.
right. That's Elazar. Yeah. Gotta love it for that
I
shit.
got away for some crowd work this weekend. Oh yes, I did.
Well, only at that place.
Yes, yeah.
Well, tell us about that now.
All right, so it was a really actually cool experience. It was a veterans benefit, but it was a heavy metal festival, and I emceed it. So I did like 4 minutes between each band, and then brought the bands on. So it was actually, I was thinking it was gonna be a fucking nightmare, but the first time I go up, no one's paying attention. First band plays, second band goes up, Half the people are paying attention. Second band plays. Third band goes up. I go up. The whole fucking audience shuts up. I'm like, all right, got him. Like, got him.
Finally.
And I went and I told the guy who's running it, I go, there's kids there. I go, I could do 2 clean things, and I go, I'm going dirty. It was a band on 2:30, 3:30, or 3:30, 4:30, and 5:30. I had to go up.
All right.
I go, I'm going dirty at 5:30. I'm just letting you know. I'm going
Nice.
dirty at 5:30. He goes, do what you got to do, man. I go, all right.
I'm in.
So bam, that dude. After that, it was like fucking boom, boom. I had him. It was fucking perfect. You know what I mean? Like absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And the bands were fucking phenomenal, dude. I haven't been to watch live music in a long time. You
You've
know what
been
I mean?
a couple times lately now.
Yeah, but I mean not live music with the point of like originals.
Okay.
I've seen cover bands stuff like
Yeah.
that, like at a bar, but these guys are doing originals, and I'm like, wow. Like a couple of these, I'm like, holy shit, these guys are fucking good. And then my friend's band, the guy that comments on our fucking thing all the time.
Yeah.
His band did an all Motley Crue set.
What I was going to be in last week, but bailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did an all Motley Crue set,
Okay.
and it was fucking phenomenal. It was fucking like, you know when you go see a friend's band, you're like, it was good.
Yeah. But every now and then you got that one friend that's like, holy shit, this is fucking good.
It was, dude. He sounded like Vince Neil, dude. He fucking, and he's doing all the moves and this fucking. I'm like, oh. Then there was this kid there. The kid was like 9 years old, and he was like a fucking headbanger. The kid was awesome.
My friend's band, like every time I get a chance to see them play, fucking my friend, he has the singer, great fucking voice. He actually used to work with Levy on the Miserable Men show.
Is that is that Terrible Tim's cousin?
No. But like, you know, he's a good fucking
Is
singer.
that me on drums?
That looks like it. Mark Davin.
Looks like you.
Bald white guy with the goatee, sure.
Well, that's like the pictures I took. It looks like I'm singing because I'm holding the microphone like this, and the bands are behind me.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's your new thrash band.
yeah. Dude, there was one like metal. The last band headline was really good. Broken Past. They were really good. They're the ones that put on the show. It's you ever see the tattoo parlor Under My Skin on 36 when you
Yeah.
go to the
I get all
beach?
my tattoos.
Him, Tattoo Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, it's his band.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were really good. They did they just got signed, and they did a song for veterans. Like they wrote a song last week for this event.
Nice.
And it was fucking phenomenal. I'm like, wow, that was a really good fucking song, you know. And then the band before them was this band Pierce, and they were like fucking heavy and hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the sound you haven't heard in a while. You know, I'm like, oh, nice. I saw the guy setting up his drum kit. I go, ooh, these guys are gonna be good. These guys are gonna be good.
Yeah,
you know?
he's very good.
Yeah. So it was,
I've not heard them. I've heard of them, though.
yeah, it was really fucking good. Then my buddy's band.
Wait, didn't they come by Bridgestones?
I don't know.
Because that's why the aunt came in from Tattoo Tony's my nephew.
Yeah. I remember her.
Oh, that was a show with you. Yeah.
She always wears the under my skin shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she came in over it was not Bridgestones itself. It was we were downstairs at Mara's.
Okay.
And like she came in, I'm like, and I see that lady like all over.
Yep.
That lady like lives in the area. Like I run into her at like Walmart and shit. I'm like,
She's always wearing
I
the
know
shirt.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really good. They were. I told him at the end. I'm like, dude, you gained fans tonight. I go, wow. I go.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I go, but and I'm the guy that's like, I fucking hate music now because you turn on the radio.
Unless it's
fucking,
Led Zeppelin.
I fucking hate Led Zeppelin. But
Tell him what you feel about them,
I
though.
fucking hate them. They're,
Why?
Because they're thieves. They're like they're the fucking Carlos Mencia of fucking rock and roll. Fuck you, Led Zeppelin, you fucking thieving cocksuckers. You want to? Last Sunday I did fucking Kirsch's show.
Okay.
So you know he brings everybody on, puts a song on, brings everybody on. Yeah, he put Led Zeppelin on.
Of course he
Bring it on.
did.
Like you motherfucker. And Terrible Tim was there,
Of course he was.
and I was making fun of him.
You have to.
Yeah. I go, Terrible Tim's actually more famous than me. That's what pisses me off.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
I would be upset about that, but it's why he's famous that
Yeah,
I
he's just
don't
a disaster
care.
of a human being.
Yes.
No, they had like this veteran organization there. They help veterans with, like PTSD,
Okay.
and like they take like guys who just got out. They take them places.
What's the name of it?
Ma Deuce Deuce, MA 22. They call
Okay.
it Ma Deuce Deuce. But they take them like they took them DDP came up and gave the DDP yoga with all these veterans.
Oh, I thought he was giving them fucking DDP.
No, he wasn't giving Diamond Cutter. He wasn't giving Diamond
No,
Cutter.
Diamond Cutters, fuck.
But he came, he loved it. Like, he was like, oh, this is fucking awesome, helping all these guys. Like, that's like his thing now.
It is.
And they take him fucking like, where does he say? They take, I'm blanking out now because I like talked to the guy for like fucking 6 hours.
I know him and Stone Cold have a lot of things they're doing for veterans now, which is cool.
But they were cool, and the guy is typical fucking veteran. He's like, dude, I'm fucking loving this. He goes, because I'm doing fucking Down syndrome jokes and fucking, yeah, I'm doing my set.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, and I saved my epileptic joke for my last joke.
Of course.
I go, do you guys want to hear my most offensive joke?
Yeah, after all of that.
And everybody's like, yes! I'm like, awesome. And I told that joke and then brought fucking Broken Past up. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome, though. They were really cool.
Shay went?
No, he didn't go. No.
Son of a bitch.
Nick Carroll was saying he wanted to go, too, but he didn't go either.
Yeah, but I mean, and Shay, I believe.
Yeah.
Nick actually might show up because
Nick wanted to go.
Nick actually just shows up place
because I told my friend's doing an all Motley Crue set. That's why he wanted to go.
Okay.
But he ended up not going.
He's doing Rivaling Threat on Sundays now?
Yes.
All right.
They changed it to Sunday because I don't know something at the bar.
I know he wanted me to. I told him about trying to get. I asked him about getting on in June. He goes, yeah, whatever, sure. I'm like, he goes, but I have to let you know the date. I'm like, okay. Now I'm like,
they keep giving them different Sundays.
That's so now I'm like hoping it's a Sunday I'm around, or else I have to switch to July. I have like 2 vacations coming up.
Oh, nice.
Like I'm going away in June for like a long Father's Day weekend trip to Florida, and then at the end of July through the beginning of August, I'm going to be in Vegas and then Florida again, because I got my Army reunion, and then I'm going for like a fraternity thing down in Florida, like literally the same week. So I'm going to be in Vegas from Tuesday to Friday, and on Friday night I'm flying to Florida.
I wish I could do that right now. I love Vegas. I went there a couple years ago.
I don't gamble. It's weird for me.
I won.
I may throw a couple bucks down, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
I won off a penny slot machine, $1,300.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a ton of touristy shit I plan on doing. I plan on doing the helicopter ride into the Grand Canyon.
Nice.
Because why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Like, I could kill a couple hours during the day right there. Mm-hmm. It's either that or lay at the pool and get fucking, the color of the microphone. What do you call it? I want to do that. I want to go to the Mob Museum while I'm there.
The what museum?
They have the Mafia Museum. Oh. Shay! Shay's here.
What's up, man? How are you, Mike?
Shay, Mike, Shay. And then,
let me guess, Anthony's taking a piss.
Of course.
Hey, everybody.
He's got the hamster over. Well, and he's filming himself taking a piss, too.
Of course he is. Sorry.
It's all right. You smoking there?
Yes. I think that's just some powdered sugar from my mochi balls.
Those are some good balls.
They were. They are. Freaking love those things. But
fuck is this? Oh no, I'm just kidding. I've actually
what?
No, really no. I've been asked for my card in the past 2 months like 6 times. I really gotta fucking make it.
I had one of my
Vistaprint, $10.
One in my fucking wallet because no one ever asked me. I got asked 6 times on Saturday, and then got asked like a week before for like 3-4 times. Like, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any. I was asked. I feel like an idiot when they're like, "Oh, you got a card?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, shit. I'm just out. I'm waiting for them to come back from printers. I never even ordered them.
Dude, it's so easy. Vistaprint, or go to fucking Staples.
I did
you can do.
Staples.
Yeah.
Staples.
you
You have
can
this
do.
done at Staples?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Have you seen
I
my?
actually made that one. You could create your own, so I did.
Yeah, they have the thing where you create your own. They have the software
My
there.
card's similar to this, but on the back I have my actual headshot. It's me in a porta potty.
Yeah.
That's my headshot.
This is. You did this one and then brought it to Staples and they printed them out.
I did it on their website.
Oh, on
Yeah.
the Staples
And I just hit
website.
print. Yep.
Yeah, they have it so you can set it up, and then you just go there and pick it up when it's ready.
Yeah.
They email you.
Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because
It's easy.
Don't do it that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like between $10 and $15 total.
Yeah, I think mine was like 25.
Turn up. Paul's saying turn up mics 2 and 3. Is it weird he knows who 2 and 3 are?
Yeah, well, he set it up, so he should know. Exactly. Yeah. No, but it's not always going to happen like that.
He's not going to suck it.
But Paul is a butler. Of course he will. He will polish the knob.
Oh, yeah. I like playing with this before.
Yes. He was enjoying our sponsored fleshlight there. What's he talking about?
The game's right below.
where the mic's plugged into the board. Just get here.
Yeah, I turned it up.
Hurry
That should
up,
be good.
Paul.
Is that better?
Is that better, Paul? So yeah. So all right. How did this whole thing that transition from wrestling to comedy and acting go?
I did the wrestling for 10
Concussions?
years. Yeah, basically.
That's why Mike Jenkins
Got
doesn't do it
fucked
anymore.
up.
Yeah.
When you see on the Amazon Prime show, you'll see.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can't give everything away. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
You got to tune in.
So, I just wanted to be able to walk when I'm 40. That's it. I did it for 10 years. I met everybody I wanted to meet, and that was it. I wanted to concentrate more on my acting and my comedy.
Nice.
Did you meet Iron Mike Sharp?
Yeah, I went to his grave.
Awesome. I didn't want to meet just.
I was about to say,
fucking
wait, that's not the guy that has the school down the shore, though.
SD Jones.
It used to be, yeah.
It used to be his. Okay.
Yeah. SD Jones. You want to hear something funny? My brother.
That's
was
where Ed Ruffalo went.
My brother was a high school wrestler, obviously, but he said in the finals of his the finals of the districts, Bam Bam Bigelow wrestled Jim Jeffcoat,
I used
and
to know him.
Bigelow made him look like a silly goose.
Really?
Like Jeffcoat, who was in the NFL, fucking all pro. He goes, Bam Bam Bigelow made him look like a silly goose, and he goes, Jeffcoat was a fucking really good wrestler, like big, he's a fucking giant. He's strong as hell. He goes, Bigelow threw him around like he was like a little kid. He goes, he breezed his way through the final, like to the state championships. Like,
Really?
yeah. I mean, you figure he was that big and fast.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He was agile and fast, and he's a big. I mean, think about it. He's a 17, 18-year-old kid and 290 pounds, and fast. You know what I mean? Like,
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, those 10 years I went to Canada, traveled all over. It was fun.
What was your favorite wrestling moment? Besides the fingering.
The tights parties after the
Yeah,
matches.
shitting myself after a hip toss.
Yeah.
There you go. Sounds fun.
Scott Brennan said, "Business card chat, epic radio."
Yes, thanks, Scott. Now, who approached who for the Amazon show?
The promotion I was with knew these people.
What promotion?
Visual Media Productions.
Okay.
And the one guy knew him. Was like, "Oh, we want to do documentary."
Gotta
on
plug
wrestling."
them.
And that's what happened. They just filmed the whole thing. And then I became friends with the director, and he basically in the whole series, the rest of the series, he films a lot of me more than like the other guys.
Right.
And because I was doing the comedy, so like, they wanted to like branch out besides just wrestling.
Yeah, I'm very upset that they didn't bring the cameras in the day I was there. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And
that wasn't your fault. They said they were going to be there, and they never showed
Paul
up.
said, "Did they get any shots of Vinny?"
Wait.
Vinny?
Oh yeah. They were supposed to do
Anchor's
it a
Bend.
second time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Paul said, "Did he get any shots of Vinny Beetle fucking you?"
Paul,
That was Paul's best joke ever.
Figuratively or literally?
Yes. Well, we turned it up. How much do I need to turn it up, Paul? If I keep turning all this shit up, it's going to be too fucking loud.
Can you hear me now? Well, which one's 2 and 3?
Yeah, which one's 2 and 3, Paul?
Wait, what number am I?
Yeah, I'll give you
we're
a
1 and 4. You guys are 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Us.
Well, you also got to remember Shay sits back when he talks, so that doesn't,
And I eat the microphone. So.
Yes.
And then Dave has that.
And I have this
What are you
right
talking
next to my
about?
mouth.
I'm like this.
Can
Yes.
you hear me now? How about
Yeah.
now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
What?
Yeah. Paul, blink once for yes, twice for no.
But yeah, it was a fun time. You know, it's a good experience.
And you did that for 10 years?
Yeah.
How many episodes do you have on this show now? Do you know or
Right
not
now,
know?
I think there's like 10 episodes, but right now on Amazon there's only 1. And the rest of it either gets
Just a
released-
preview episode.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
think
and
it's
then they're
like
going to put...
45
Now, what
minutes
show
in.
is this that you have on Amazon?
Underdogs.
Underdogs? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm late to the party. I think I've heard of that, actually.
No, it's something different. I'm only kidding. You might have heard of it.
I might have heard of
I
it.
was like, what?
No, because
I'm
I'm
just being a
thinking,
dick.
thinking of the cartoon when I was a kid, but no, maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, it was fun. Had a few injuries. Almost broke my neck.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing about because yes, the outcomes are fake. The outcomes are known, but sometimes you really get fucking hit.
Yeah, the
and
injuries
you
are real.
really get dropped on your fucking head, and like you can't fake that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. When they're throwing a guy I used to work with went to some wrestling school or something down in, I want to say Georgia. He was down there for a while. And he was like really big into it and did all this other stuff. But, you know, he had said they teach you how to, like someone's going to throw you on your
Yeah.
back. They
Yeah,
teach
you
you how
have
to
to
land on your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
It's not them throwing. That's a whole different thing. It's how to land on your back, how to land on your head, how to
Yeah.
land and roll. And then who was it? I think it was Paul Veneer who posted recently. You know, so if wrestling isn't fake, explain this, and there's two guys in the ring, and the one guy knocks the other guy down. He's on his knees. And he grabs the other guy's dick, and the guy's like, "Oh!" And he's just fucking holding his dick, and he's going, "Ooh, ooh," and he just does like that, and
he does a flip.
does fucking
Yeah, I
flips
saw
over.
that,
Goes,
yeah.
all right, yeah, that's.
Well, did you ever see the one where the guy grabs the guy's balls and the guy goes and like steps forward and the guy falls down?
Yeah.
You gotta add comedy to
Well,
that.
but it's always in Japan. It's always in fucking Japan.
I know. Yeah.
They have some of the best stuff. Do you have Access TV at home?
I do
That
not.
channel, the Access channel, they have on. I think it's Friday nights the Japanese wrestling.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. Like I can only watch a little bit of it because it's like in Japanese.
There's only
Yeah.
so much.
And they get real loud. That was like you watching old Pride fights without the fucking American commentary.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the guy just does. You're like, Jesus Christ, settle down.
Calm down, buddy.
Easy.
Vanderlei Silver soccer kicking some fucking Japanese guy.
I'm actually just getting feeling in my back.
Awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
Just from like what he was saying.
Being thrown
landing.
around and shit.
Just learning how
Now,
to.
but you went to school for it? Like you learned how to land and they taught you all
Yeah.
that? Or did you do
And
it
you
in
still
the
got
ring?
hurt.
Yeah. Well, what I did was I kind of got lucky with it. So I would backyard wrestle with my friends,
Right,
as
right.
every kid does.
Yeah.
And my parents, for the schools that are in Jersey, they're like $1,400, $1,500 to join. And my parents wouldn't do it. They're like, we're not paying for this shit.
Yeah, we're
Like,
not
come
paying
on.
you to get thrown around.
Yeah.
$1,500 to kill you? Fuck
So
that.
basically, I graduated high school. I went to a show, went to the promoter. I was like, look, I want to wrestle. I can't afford to pay, for the school.
What do I got to do?
Yeah. And he said, help set up the ring, do security, we'll train you for free.
Nice.
So then
All right, that
I
works.
started doing that, and then any school I went to would be $10, $15.
Oh, that works.
So I
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
got
that's
lucky
pretty
with
good.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
That's real cool. Yeah.
Wow.
But just starting to get the feeling back now.
So you have to hit some more Asian massage
so, yeah,
places.
you got lucky with it.
Well, what you call it? The one guy, he's on Conti and Kenny all the time now. Joey Image. He was an ex-wrestler.
Sounds familiar.
He's all Jersey wrestler. He did it for fucking ever. And you probably have crossed paths with him if he wrestled in a bunch of
If
stuff,
I see
independent stuff in Jersey.
Yeah.
So but he broke his fucking neck. Dude, the guy's like, every fucking other month, he's like, yeah, going in for surgery. Fucking, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
So he flunked how to land 101.
No, you know what it is? It's half the time the guy.
It's the other guys.
It's the other guy dropping you.
That's
like,
what happened with me.
Yeah. But sometimes you think you can get you know what I'm saying? And you drop, you just
Yep.
step the wrong way and
Time it wrong.
fucking.
Well, you can get the guy up properly, but he's a little off balance, so he lands the
or
wrong
he's a little
way.
heavier than you thought he was.
Yeah.
The thing with me was my finisher was I jump on the guy's shoulders. So we're both facing this way now. My legs are here. He's supposed to grab
stick
my
it right in
legs.
his mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just wraps around.
Right in his fucking face.
So he's supposed to hold me like this. I go backwards. He does a backflip. I land on top of him.
All right.
This time when I did it, the guy was like this, just standing there. So my legs are here. I go back. My legs went up. He still did the backflip. I landed right on my neck. He landed on me.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's what happened. I remember George the Animal Steel was watching it, and I rolled. Luckily, it was the end of the match. I tagged in. You remember the Patriot?
Yeah.
Did he?
He was my partner in this match. I tagged him in. I blacked out for at least a millisecond, and I was like, "Where am I?" Saw him. I tagged him. Rolled out. Went to the back.
So wait, when they do that, that's not fake?
Wait, let's
So
get to the important
I
stuff.
rolled to the back, and George Animal Steel was commentating. He saw what happened. He followed me in the back. He was like, "You good?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You landed on your neck." And he like tried moving my head. I couldn't do this. I can only move to right here. That's all I could do. I could
Damn.
do this and then this. I couldn't do that. So this day I still get headaches. And that was 8 years ago.
Wow.
That's scary shit.
Did George eat any of the turnbuckles?
Yes.
He did.
Yeah.
That did.
Nice. That's a good move.
That's
I like
his gimmick,
that move.
man.
Yeah, that's a gimmick. That's a gimmick.
Think about it. He got famous for doing that because he wasn't in the greatest shape.
Yes, he was.
No, he was round. Round is definitely a shape.
He was just a hairy animal. Fucking.
That was a great shape, a hairy round thing.
But think about it. Like that was his. Like in the '80s, you had to have that crazy fucking gimmick. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
And he had the monkey.
yeah.
The monkey
Mine.
stuffed monkey. Yep.
I tell you what, the neck, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Well, I just did a CPR class at work, and they brought these people in. They were explaining all this shit, and the paramedics who were explaining it, they said there was this one time this guy got into a car accident. I guess some girl cut him off, and they fucking collided real quick, real hard, and he jumped out of the car, and he's like, no, the car is fucking all mangled, and he's yelling, what the fuck, bro? He's out of his mind. He's screaming. He's on the phone. He's screaming. He's yelling. So they came out and said, listen, we should check you out. He's like, fuck that, blah, 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 blah. And like an hour and a half later, they get a call to a house. It's the same guy. He went home. Somebody picked him up. He went home. He was sitting in a chair, and he went paralyzed from the neck down. Because he had done neck damage, but there was so much adrenaline running through his body. That's what was keeping him up. So when he finally sat down, it all wore off. And it turned out he was paralyzed from his neck down for the rest of his life.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's like, who's that one comedian? The one who always used to yell.
Sam Kinison.
Yeah. He
Kinison,
got into
yeah.
the car accident on the way to a show.
Yeah.
He got out of the car, and, like, nothing was wrong. They were like, you better lay down, and he died.
Yeah. Well,
But he was talking everything.
What's even more fucked up than that, they had another story about a guy who was on a motorcycle accident. And they said, we got to take you in. You got to get checked out. You landed pretty hard. And he said, no, I think I'm pretty good. And he took his helmet and he lifted it up and he died on the spot because he did what was called internal decapitation. His neck was already severed, but the helmet was holding everything together. So the second he moved it up, it dislocated everything. And he died. He just collapsed right there and was dead.
Wow. Way to bring up the show, fucking Shay.
Yeah.
Oh. Way to make everybody happy.
Way to get all the boners in the room.
Wait till wait, hold on.
Wait, is that your clip of the week?
Let's go to E-Fucked. I have some dead puppies. Do we have any fuck clip of the
We
week?
do have an E-Fuck clip of the week. It's very watchable. It's
very
a funny
okay.
one. Yeah.
Even
It's
for
a funny
Shay.
one. Okay.
I only watched the first 10 seconds and went, yep.
Yep, that's the one. Okay. All right. So I missed it. I'm probably sorry. You talked about it, I'm sure, already. How was the show Saturday?
It was fucking awesome.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, because I noticed it technically wasn't a comedy show. You were emceeing the
Yeah.
show, although you did break cardinal rule number 3.
I wore shorts?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was dressed as it was halfway.
He was
to
in
Halloween.
character, so it's not
That's
breaking.
right.
It was
Oh,
halfway to
that's right.
Halloween, and my
That's
costume
right.
was
That's
Stone Cold
right.
Steve Austin.
And then I saw the pictures you posted with the clowns.
Yes,
For your wife.
to scare my wife because she's scared of clowns.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they were the evil clowns from that the haunted house at Halloween. The one supposed to be one of the scariest ones in the country. Mm-hmm. They all work there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so
Nice.
and they're fans of like the bands and stuff like that. So they came dressed in character, like fucking evil clowns and shit. I'm like,
I like
so
that.
should have brought my wife here. She'd be fucking shit in her pants. She would have went home. She would have absolutely
Yeah.
went home.
You know what I could do to you, right? I'm an FX makeup artist.
Awesome.
I could always turn you into a clown.
That'd
And
be dude. This is what I want to do to my wife so bad, but she's probably gonna divorce me if I do it. Okay, so I wanted to come.
So this
home.
is what he needs you to do.
So I wanted to come home, and then when she walks in, there's 3 clowns sitting at the table, my kitchen table. So she'd run immediately out of the house.
Yeah.
But when she walked in, another clown stands at the doorway with balloons. So when she goes to run out, there's another clown. So she runs upstairs, and there's one standing in the bedroom, like against the window. So when she opens the door, so then she runs to the bathroom and have Ed Ruffalo dressed as a clown in underwear in my shower.
she's this scared of clowns?
I'm telling you, she puts her head down and runs away.
Well,
whenever
I
she
can
sees a
tell
clown,
you-
I think she was touched at a fair or circus or something. But that's
I
just my
can tell
opinion.
you now, you could probably just have Ed Ruffalo in the shower in his underwear with no clown makeup on.
Yeah.
And that would be
My
the
wife's a
end right
chubby
there.
chaser. How do you think I got her? Come on.
Well, okay. Well, Ed's a little more than
Yeah,
chubby.
yeah.
There's a line going to be crossed there. Yeah.
He's still my evil twin.
But, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
You work on that.
Yeah, that'd be
You work on that.
dude, hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You need
she's
help?
So listen, I just took a CPR course. Do you want me standing by?
He should be one of the
you could
clowns
be one of
standing
the clowns standing by. You could
Oh
be
my God! Could you,
dressed as a
imagine,
Double
doctor.
duty.
could you imagine CPR? She wakes up and it's a clown doing it. Holy shit! No, she keeps dying. I don't get it.
by. I brought her back. She keeps going.
Keeps going.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome.
So the show was good.
Show was
How
really
many
good.
bands?
There's probably 6 bands.
6. And what time did you start?
2:30.
I wanted to go, but my wife had fucking 9,000 fucking things to make because we had Easter at my house yesterday, and fucking our whole family came over. There was like a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of food had to be made, all homemade shit.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, but then we couldn't go. I was actually in Long Branch. What time did you start?
2:30.
So what time did I leave?
That's
I showed
where
a
I
house
live.
in Long Branch. Fucking what time? 4. I ended up at 4. I should have fucking stopped over.
Yeah, you would have saw one of
I forgot all about
the
that.
Motley Crue band went on at 6:30. They
Oh,
were really good.
Oh, I would have liked to see that.
They were really good.
Who was the kid?
Just some kid. He was
some fucking kid
he was
jumped
there
on
with his
stage?
parents. No, he was there with his parents, and he's sitting there, and he comes in. His parents are there, and they all sit down, and they're like hanging out. And then the one band, the band that's playing Motley Crue starts playing, And he goes up and he starts fucking headbanging and like devil horn. And the guy, he goes, get up. It waves him up like, you got to come up here, dude. You got to come up.
Like he's Courtney Cox-in-law.
Yeah. And then every band was bringing him up, because the kid was great. You know what I mean? Like, my last joke was like, I just want to commend you guys because you're great parents.
Yeah.
Now continue being a great parent and have that kid cover his ears.
Continue to do that earmuff.
You know, this reminds me of like one of those fighter jet things. Like,
Yeah.
Old video game controller.
You can play Top Gun. Hey,
Yeah.
you can guard my tail anytime, Iceman.
Is that what they're calling it now? Top Gun?
Well, not everybody. Somebody's the bottom gun too.
When you come, Goose dies.
Yeah, this is the fighter handle for a really lonely pilot. Planes doing this shit.
That's what it's called, the fighter pilot.
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm in. I thought you finally found like a name on it. I'm like, really? I didn't even see that. It's been sitting here for months.
Just
I should have stopped
fleshlight.
by that day. I should have.
It was good. It was really good.
I was showing houses, so I wasn't.
The last two bands did originals, and they were both really good.
Oh yeah.
Like the one guy, the second to last band, the guy's fucking voice. I was talking to him after the show. I go, I don't know how. My throat hurts from your fucking singing. Yeah. Just listening to you sing, my throat hurts. Yeah. Dude, the guy screamed but not the. It was more of a Judas. It was more of a Judas Priest scream.
Yeah, like a
he did like a fucking. They did a Priest cover, and it was fucking dead on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. It was actually a cover. What was Halford's band after Judas Priest? Fight or something like that?
Boys in the Bathroom?
No. That wasn't his band.
Oh, that was the video. I'm sorry.
That was what he did.
It was like Fighter. It was a one-word fucking band name.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Shit.
That's what we have Google,
yeah.
Dave.
Rob still has a fucking voice though for his age and all his time. Or I guess protein does something good for the vocal cords, but
yeah, his fucking Fight was the name of it. Fight.
There we go.
Yeah, Fight. Yeah, he did one of their covers, and it was fucking dead on.
Nice.
And that band, actually, the whole band, after the show, in the beginning, they just had me by myself on stage, do like a couple minutes, and bring the bands up. But after like the third band, they're like, dude, just have the band behind you, do the fucking set, and then
go right into them.
They start playing.
Yeah, as soon as you're done, instead of that leg,
So like it was perfect, and fucking they were behind, and I was doing all my I was doing all my married stuff when they were behind. Dude, I could hear the fucking guys like laughing behind me.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, perfect. You know what I mean? Like, this is fucking great. Yeah.
So what did you do like your whole act, but in like 5 to 10 minute snippets of it?
5-minute increments.
Okay, all right, that's not bad.
Yeah, and my last joke was, I go, do you guys want to hear it was my epileptic joke?
Yeah.
I go, do you guys want to hear my most offensive joke? And of course, Blake's like, yeah,
of course. Look at the crowd.
And I tell the joke, and then I introduce the band, and I get off stage. But the whole band, the band was called Pierced. The whole band, they were outside after the show, and I was bullshitting. I was bullshitting the one guy because he was a MMA guy, so we were bullshitting about jiu-jitsu and different schools, and I was actually supposed to fight one of the guys from his school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the fight fell through. He took a different fight. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
The guy got offered another fight, so he took that fight.
He took it. Okay.
Instead of the fight with me.
He took the paid gig instead of the bringer.
Neither one of them were fucking paid gigs. It was amateur.
Yeah, they're all bringers.
But they're all bringers.
They're all bringers.
We were just bullshitting. But they're all like, all four of them. They're like, dude, that was fucking great. And they're all going, dude, you have no idea. We were talking about this like last week. How everybody's too politically correct with comedy now, and they don't go after it. And they go, you just go. I go, I talk in my voice.
Yeah.
I go,
which is what you're supposed to do regardless.
I can't turn this off. I go, I'm garbage. I can't turn it off. It's just what it is. And dude, they're gonna come. They're actually gonna come see me when I'm up north Jersey. So they're like, oh, dude, tell us when we come up north. We're definitely coming.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like, all right, cool. So,
where were you last month for Lyndhurst? Come on, damn it.
Oh yeah. They didn't see me before.
I know.
They didn't know him then.
Yeah.
Listen, they can only not go to shows moving forward.
Yeah.
Not behind it.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's cool.
At least
glad
that
it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. Awesome. It was a lot of there was like 8 people from the biker show there.
Oh, really?
The lesbian couple was there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
They
Nice.
both friended me on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
They like me now. I don't think they like me after the fucking.
They had to warm up to your show.
Yeah, they understood. Like, yeah, he's not being.
Oh, he's just being. All right.
That's just who he is.
He's a silly goose.
Yeah, he's just being silly.
Gotta accept him for who he is. Hell, we want to be accepted. We should accept him
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
The one got great tits.
I.
The female of the two.
Oh, the girl. The
guy of the two is. Well, she got big tits too, but I don't. You know, with the haircut, it just doesn't go. The
I don't know
haircut,
about
the flannel. No.
They were all dressed up, so. It was,
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't remember what they were.
What did they
Suits?
switch? Like the guy just like the girl just like the guy. What are you doing? Something like
I
that.
don't know.
You know?
I don't know. But yeah, it was fucking really cool show. Really cool show.
Well, that's cool. I'm sorry, I fucking forgot. I forgot about it until that night, till I saw you post it.
Yeah.
On the thing, and I was like, shit. We couldn't go anyway, but I was like, shit. I was right there. I could have stopped. I was there at fucking 4:00.
But it's fucking crazy. I had this guy. He was a nice enough guy, but dude, I got a joke for you. I'm like, oh boy.
Now here it comes.
And he tells me a joke I've heard 100 times.
You're a comedian. Say something funny.
And again, I do it every fucking time. The person tells me the joke, I just go. I just stare at them blankly until they stop talking or walk away.
You're giving me nothing to work with
I don't
here.
say anything until they either like. And sure enough, he went, "All right, man, I'll catch you inside." I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess you will.
What was the joke?
"It was Alabama farm."
I got roaches, y'all.
Wasn't I got roaches, y'all? Oh my god, I got roaches, y'all. That's still gonna fucking stick with me for the rest of my life.
That has literally been on my mind all week.
That's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. It was some fucking sheep fucking joke, like like you've heard it 100 times.
Yeah.
You've heard it 100 times. You know what I mean? Like
That means no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does it?
That's what I was told.
That's bad. No, but that's good. I'm glad it went well.
How was the show with Paul Veneer?
That went well. Except we wait. It was a friggin' hike to get up there. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But there's the
Poconos?
I don't know. It's funny. I meant to call Paul and I forgot. There was it was in the Poconos. It was top of the world restaurant, and Paul is going around the room. The only thing I love working with Paul. The only thing is I'm not allowed to do crowd work.
Yeah,
and that's like my
Your thing,
my go-to, and it's like.
And you're hosting, so how do you?
Well, I wasn't really hosting. I kind of just opened.
just a quick open.
Okay.
So I did 15 minutes of material.
Because Paul Veneer is his own host and MC
Essentially,
and opener.
he doesn't need me there. You know what I mean?
He just likes having Shay around.
He's going to be at Vibe.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
I was talking to Tim Belford about that. I forget where I was. Oh, at Blackthorn. And he's like, yeah, so I was trying to find out when we get another date in that room. And they said, yeah, well, we got to wait a little while. Our next comedian's Paul Veneer. I'm like, so it'll be a little while after that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's and then Carlos opening for him in that one.
I buy that.
That's what I saw on the
I just saw Paul. I don't know.
I saw a flyer with
Paul's
Carlos' name on it.
Paul's a fucking juggernaut. He
Paul,
does something.
let me tell you something. Paul gives up 10 or 15 minutes to give you 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He does. But Paul's a
Actually,
3-hour
no, he
show.
doesn't. He still does.
No,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, if he knows, if they say, okay, you have 2.5 hours, he's like, all right, I can give you 15 minutes, and then I'll cut mine to 2:15, or I'll just go for 2.5, and then I'll run over and go for 3. He's just a fucking. He actually says that. He opens in the beginning. He goes, "This is a 5-hour show. I hope you like the continental breakfast, because that's where we're going. He's fucking. You know what it is? He's a genius.
Can't help it.
He's a unique act.
He's a genius with, okay, Anthony. All right, okay, you. And then 15 minutes later, go. What do you think of that, Anthony? It's like, how the I couldn't remember his name. I don't think he remembers his name. How the fuck do you remember his name when you just asked him that? Fucking 10 minutes ago, But
he gets the good hash.
There was a kid. Yeah, exactly. There was a kid, and there was a guy in the audience with 4 girls or 4 women. They were older women. One of them was obviously his mother, And Paul said, hey, what do you do? And the kid's like, oh, nothing. He's like, oh, good hours. And he's kind of picking on him and this and that. And his mother worked for Human Resources. And it's like, Jesus Christ, his mother hires and fires people and you can't get a fucking job? What the hell's wrong? Blah, 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 blah. And it's funny. It's going on. And so, I'm sitting there and I'm watching. I ducked out like 15 or 20 minutes into his set because it was such a long ride home.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him I was leaving, but so I look over there and gone, the kid and the mother. And then as I'm walking out, she's walking in. She's like, he's so upset, I had to take him home. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, he's autistic. And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh,
I was like,
fucking Firehouse show?
What's that? Oh, my God, yeah. That's fucked up. Like she was like genuinely felt bad. I'm like, but we didn't know.
Oh, my
We didn't know. She
stomach
goes, no, I get it. You didn't know. She's like, you can clearly see. She was 26, and he was autistic to the point of not being able to.
Yeah.
She's like, you can clearly see he's picking on everybody. He's like, no. Comedians are only supposed to go up and still tell jokes, and that's it. He got all upset, so they had to leave. Awesome. And I meant to call Paul and find out if he talked to her after the show about that, because I know Paul's another one of those guys that he will fucking genuinely feel bad.
He would, yeah. He would.
Because I didn't pick on the kid because I couldn't do crowd work. You know?
That happened with Nick Carra at Broadway a couple months back.
Someone picked on Nick and he went home.
The guy was blind. The guy in the audience was blind, but he was sitting up front. And Nick starts talking to him. He's like, "I'm right fucking here. You're not looking at me. What are you, autistic or some shit? You stupid fuck." The wife's like, "He's blind." He goes, "Oh, okay."
I had.
Meanwhile, they said it like 3 comics before that, but he got there late. So
I did a show at the Cove, the Comedy Cove. I was hosting, and a fucking deaf guy sitting right in front, and he wasn't like he's just sitting. You know, and he like I'm here on the stage, I'm fucking a foot and a half from him. You know how the Cove is, and he's just sitting. And like 5-10 minutes in, I'm like, "What, are you fucking hear me? What's the matter with you?" And she goes, "No, he's deaf." I'm like, "What the fuck you bring a deaf guy to a comedy show for? What do you think I was gonna do this in sign language? What's he feeling the vibrations in the floor? What the fuck?" And he didn't laugh once, and I'm thinking, of course he didn't laugh. He can't fucking hear me.
Then the guy comes after you and goes, roaches, y'all. And he just starts laughing.
Roaches, y'all. That's
I got roaches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude, the fucking... I'll tell the story again because it's such a fun... So we're doing a Firehouse show, right? Shay's hosting. It's Buddha, John Conti, and Missy Grankowitz, and Craig Lloydgren. Me and Craig Lloydgren were doing guest spots.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So
was
we're
New
sitting
Egypt.
there, and there's
The evil twins.
There's like, yes, me and Craig Lloydgren. We're like, I'm the Hulk. When he hulks out, that's me.
Yeah.
But they had this like, I don't know what was wrong. Something was definitely wrong.
He
with him.
was autistic, but he was.
Oh, with the popcorn.
He's eating popcorn, and Buddha's looking at me. He goes, "He's eating more fucking popcorn." And I'm the worst with shit because I'm like, I couldn't look at, I can't look at Buddha anymore because I'm pissing my pants laughing because Buddha's going, "That motherfucker's eating more." And Buddha knows he's got me. Like he's like, I got him.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna keep fucking. I don't remember who you were on stage and you said something. And he was like, "Ah!" And Buddha's just staring at me. I'm going, "God damn it.
Knock it off.
Stop it." I'm trying not to laugh at the guy and you keep fucking with me. He's like, "He's eating more goddamn popcorn."
He got another bag.
Save some fucking... The kid ate, I'm not exaggerating, 3 giant bowls of popcorn.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they were those big bowls, like people give out candy on Halloween. 3 of them.
3 of them.
That's it?
But no, but if I remember correctly, he was all of about 120 pounds wet.
Yeah.
He was tall, but he was fucking skinny
Like a
as
stick.
fuck.
And then his father slaps the shit out of him.
No, he fucking... The
Oh, he
one time
punched
he
him.
punched
Yeah.
him. Like the kid's sitting there and he's going, "Ah!" And the guy goes, "Shut up!" And fucking... But you heard the thud of punching this kid in the side. And I'm like, holy fuck, his handler is abusing him. It's fucking abusive handler there.
Yeah. That
Holy
was fucking...
shit, it was fucking... Oh, man, that was weird.
But I was sitting across from Buddha, and every time the dude, I would just feel Buddha staring at me. I'm like, "God damn it!" I turned and like,
Yeah, that was a good show. There was a lot of people at that show too.
Yeah.
It's a good crowd. It's a good crowd. That was the night before the one in the Poconos. I worked with John and Conti and Buddha in Pompton Leaks, and that was a good show too.
yeah.
That's another thing, right? So I do the fucking Forrest Gump bit, and there's a guy.
Someone yell at Jerry Sandusky there too.
No,
No, that's just me. Sorry.
no, but there was a guy, the old guy there, and his wife, and he's in the fucking chair. Like the one he's like a second away from having a blow in it, like Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
His fucking big weird. So I'm going, all right, who's got one? Throw one out. And some guy in the back yells, "Stephen Hawking." I'm like, "Who fucking right there."
Not while he's in the
And then I
room.
tried to do a piss poor Stephen Hawking,
Yeah.
which got laughs because it was piss poor.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's a man in a wheelchair sitting 20 feet from me.
Sir, can you do this impression for
Could
me?
you do this for me?
It's your turn.
You might be better at this, but I'm going. He was good with it though. He was laughing his ass off. See, I like that. I like that when people go out and have fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Larry for Three's Company.
By the way, did we get any emails from our last show on that fundraiser? Any emails?
No.
I told a bad Jewish joke, or you?
No,
fucking talked
nothing.
about
Nothing.
No, huh?
I haven't heard anything, so no one said anything.
All right, that's good.
They didn't complain on Twitter.
No.
No, because it wasn't that the same
No,
show.
no, that wasn't the same show.
But last year, no.
It was we didn't get booked for that show this year.
Oh,
That was
I
the
wonder why.
Middletown PTA. We did not get booked this year, Shay.
PTA.
PTA. Me, Shay, Kevin Goatee, Mike Ciccoli, and Vinny Fallon.
Vinny Fallon.
And they love Vinny because they know Vinny. Vinny's just as dirty as the fucking rest of us.
Yeah.
But they know Vinny. Me and Kevin were racist and misogynistic and homophobic.
And
Mike
Ciccoli
and
was
Ciccoli
What about the
drug
act?
talk.
and Mike Ciccoli talked too much about drugs.
Yeah. And somebody actually took the time to send
To write a letter.
like this was
letter,
terrible.
Yeah.
Like
3
this is
paragraphs.
I still have it.
Hold on. At a
I might-
comedy show.
I might still have it.
They
Hold on.
they took the time to
Talk
this
myself,
wasn't
talk
what we
myself.
should have been talking about and well it's like when we did that biker show and at the end of the night the one woman's like the one woman up front worked for Dyfus and I'm just like blah 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 and then at the end of the night I'm like all right, good night, get home safe. She's like, some things aren't funny. Some things just aren't funny, like her Dyfus whole thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
it's
Remember,
hilarious.
everybody else was laughing. It was funny.
Yeah. It's funny. No, some things aren't funny.
There's 100
To
other people
you.
in the room that disagree.
Yeah, exactly. And they disagreed loudly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you and Paul thought eating baby fetuses was funny, or whatever that joke I did.
Well, we were just laughing at the whole premise.
Wait, was it me and Vinny?
Throwing the
It was
IUD.
you and Vinny. I don't
do.
remember. I don't think I was on that.
No,
show.
you weren't. It was Goatee and
Yeah.
Who hosted that night? Was it Ciccoli?
it was Goatee.
Goatee
Did you mean to
hosted?
say
And
that or
Goatee
no?
went all in.
No.
So he's making a joke about his wife using the IUD, except he said IED.
Yeah.
IED?
Yeah.
No, no,
I get him confused.
That'll blow her up.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Now I changed it, so now like when I do stick my penis in it, it's it blows up. She blows up.
As I'm fucking her, all of a sudden I hear ticking.
Oh, that's the one that got.
We both blow at the same time.
That's the one that got canceled. I don't know where the fuck is the. It might be on Facebook. Hang on, talk to myself. I gotta pee.
Talk to myself.
Yes, it is, Paul. Yes, it is.
What? Yes, yeah, I know. Somebody said that to him and Two Hippies in a Porta-John. Anthony walked away with that. Son of a bitch. No, somebody went up to Paul at the last Jersey Shore show, and, they're complaining about his cancer joke. She's like, some people actually have to tell their husbands about the time they have cancer. And he goes, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. So?
And she's like, the rest of the show is very funny. He goes, all right. So she waited. It was like literally the first thing he said was, one of the first things he said as the host. Well, not literally the first, but it was in the beginning, while it was opening up the show. Usually you don't open with cancer, but why the hell not? What the hell?
Listen, come out of the gate strong.
Yeah. So the lady still stayed until the end of the show to complain about it,
Yeah.
but made sure she enjoyed the rest of the show, but still.
First, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she enjoyed, so
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
usually like when I go to a restaurant and I complain about my meal, I usually eat 94% of it first.
You have to, yeah.
And then I go in and say, you know what, this was undelicious.
Broke my pants.
No, my thing is like if
You
I
know what that means.
I thought you pissed on yourself.
No, I'm angry right now.
No, like at McDonald's, if they get my order wrong, I eat almost the whole burger, and I'm like, yeah, you left pickles on there. And I leave one piece with the pickle, like, this pickle's on this, I want a different
I finally
one.
found, but then you can't, I go up there and I'm like, look, man, I'm going to blow up like a fucking puffer fish.
Dennis Adesso. Anthony killed the show at Brighton Bar.
As vets, we have a new level of humor and love.
Oh yeah, that's the guy from Madu Seuss. That's the guy with the awful sense of humor.
And who's the two hippies in the Porta-John?
Oh, that's my my new my prejudice joke. I've got a new line for it.
Ah, okay.
They smell like two homeless people fucking in a porta potty.
I like that.
Nice.
Solid. Oh, man.
I can't fucking find the letter. I'm so upset right now.
I'm upset, too.
I don't know where the fuck
Fucking
it's
crazy.
making me angry. I had a fucking tinkle. Let me see if I can. Let me fucking try one more time. I thought he just sent it to me. Wait, you know what? I probably sent it to Kevin. Kevin.
There's Centerville's doing a comedy show Saturday.
Yeah, I know. Well, I got reviews in their last one. Mm-hmm.
Because I was actually going to call Vinny Brand because he's hiring the comedians and tell him, hey, look, because you know what the worst he could say is no. Say, hey, look, I live right down the street from there. I'm a local comic. I've been around, blah, blah, blah. I want you, can I get a guest spot? Or, or for anything, like, next time you book it, let me know. But
they don't like me there.
But the 27th, I'm doing the Cove.
Oh, they don't like me
So I'm
there.
not even going to bother.
They can suck my balls.
I'd like to find out what are they doing it for? Just a comedy night?
Yeah, they do it for a fun. Remember you did it the one year.
Did I?
Yeah. Remember when Covert X, the chick who just fucking husband just blew her brains out if she's married?
Yeah.
3 times?
Oh, that was that show?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, all right. I thought.
Yes,
no, see,
that-
I thought they always hired people from the Stress Factory there.
No. Because
'Cause
then
on
the
the sign,
following
that's what
year
it
they got
says.
Vinny Brand, and then he started sending comics.
Okay.
So, I didn't hear good things about the show last year. That's all I'm going to say.
Was
Okay.
it that one young female?
Good things like Turnout or bad comics?
So is that one young female that
Which would
overran Jim Norton's set?
I don't know who was there. So
Okay.
I
But I'm
can't-
saying, so was it the Turnout? Like nobody showed up?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is somebody said came up to me and was like, dude, it's fucking terrible. Like,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah. All right, so this is the letter we got after the show we did a show for the Middletown PTA. And now Kevin Goatee went first, Mike Scully went second, I went third. They complained about Mike Scully at the venue. Okay?
Yeah.
So the first and third comedians last night were racist, misogynistic, and homophobic. They were not funny, and they went for cheap shots. All true.
Okay, so where's the complaint?
The only reason I did not walk out is that it's for the school, and I did not want to ruin the night for everyone else. Part of me still regrets not taking a stand. I have friends of color, gross, and gay friends, hot, and that I feel I let down by sitting through last night and listening to their bile. I just want to be
Good
sure
work.
that if we do this again, because it's a great fundraiser, I am sure, that we ensure the comedians are the caliber of Vinnie Fallon for all the participants. Again, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it had to be said.
Had to be
So I
said
send
by
that
some
out.
Uptight.
I send that out, and everybody's laughing, and fuck her. But Vinnie Fallon replies, she seems nice.
Oh, you got a message?
There it is. Oh, all right.
Oh, wait, did I miss the thing because I was peeing? I
No.
might have called because I was peeing.
Did he?
I don't know. I was peeing.
I didn't hear it or see it, so.
Okay, I don't think you
The
called.
letters made Dennis hard.
Yeah. It's hot. Now
Here
it's
comes the call.
Here it is.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. There's
Yeah.
nothing's ringing.
It's coming. It's got to be
It's
coming. I
right
see
here.
it.
Damn,
Is
damn.
Skype
Oh,
up?
there it is. I'm sorry. I just don't see the. Oh, wait. Hold on.
1 second,
Hold on,
Bobby.
hold on. Oh, there we go. I had to turn the volume on.
There you go.
I had
up, Bobby?
I had to mute it.
Hello?
Mister?
What's going on?
Hey, fella.
Hey.
What's going on? We got Bobby Massi on the line. How's everything?
Yeah. Good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Good to finally run into you there the other night.
Yeah, it was good, man. I mean, we've only known each other on Facebook for about 9 years,
Yeah. Give or take, yeah.
give or take a decade. Hey, I'm pretty sure we were friends on MySpace.
Probably. Who knows?
Yeah, man. So what are you guys doing on this wonderful wet Monday?
Fucking loving it, man. So, a question
I
for you.
love
I know
it.
you're back in New York now. What drove you back?
His car.
Fair
What's that?
enough. What made you come back to New York?
Oh, family, man. I love Vegas, but I was out there for almost 4 years, and when I was out there, I was miserable. Well, I'm miserable everywhere, but it's like
Well, the first step is acceptance.
I always want. Yeah, I miss New York more than I miss Vegas when I'm here. So it was just a better move for me to come back.
I want to go out to Vegas only because I have family out there, but I can't live there. Because it's just like...
Yeah, it's. I did it. People are weird out there, man. Like the West Coast, the whole vibe is just a different vibe. I mean, you meet the East Coasters gravitate towards each other. Even if you don't know someone, you'll be like, I kind of like that guy over there or that chick over there. Let me go say, hey, where are you from? Oh, from New York. Really? Holy shit!
Hey, he's a straight shooter.
Yeah, exactly. And in the West Coast, they're like, yeah, let's do something. I'll call you. Yeah. And then, 8 months later, you run into them. And you're like, what the fuck?
Hey, when are we going to do that thing?
Exactly. It's just so different. I wouldn't say everybody. I made some friends out there that are like, they were displants from other cities, and it is what it is. It's a great town, though. It's a great place to do comedy because there's so much to do there, and it's such a smaller local scene that they're actually expanding it now. Like there's a lot. That's why I got to get out there because I got to keep my keep my ear to the ground.
So if I go out there for a
contact
vacation,
up.
I can hit you up.
You're gonna hit me up when I'm out there?
No, I'm saying if I go out there for a vacation, can I hit you up for fucking spots?
For spots? Nah, yeah, dude, listen, if I had that kind of connections, I wouldn't fucking be here right now, all right? All right. I have a few spots that I do and some friends that'll put me on and stuff like that, but, I left just as things were starting to change. Like the Comedy Cellar just put a room inside the Rio Hotel.
Yeah.
So now they're taking comedians from the Cellar here in New York. Like every week they fly a few of them out there. And I'm talking about like when I was living out there, I was dying for New York humor. So any comedian that I knew that was traveling that I knew from before, like Voss or any of these other guys,
it's funny.
Like New Jersey, New Yorker guys. Yeah.
I went to Vegas.
When
did I go? August.
Yeah,
August.
It's good though. It's really good though to get the mentality of the comedians from the West Coast too. Here with their tempo and how they go about topics and stuff like that. And then you start to kind of find your way. I like listening to all kinds of variety, and then I kind of hear different aspects. And that's how artists. I think that's how we are as artists. We get our inspiration by experiencing things, and I like hearing other people's thoughts and ideas, and then I call them an asshole online, and then we never hang out. Yeah, that's why I'm miserable. So
I went to Vegas in August, I believe it was, and I ran into Voss on the plane going out there. He was doing 4 nights at the Comedy Cellar, the Rio.
Yep.
That weekend. And he was on the same plane.
A great show out there.
He was on the same plane coming back, and when we landed in Newark, he was going to get a luggage, and he fell off the fucking escalator. Like, he fell down the fucking escalator, getting off the escalator, fucking fell on his back. I'm like, Richie, okay? He's like, oh, fucking fell off the escalator, fucking thing. And he was going to, over to Dunkin' Donuts, holding his back. I'm like, holy shit.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It's great when you find people, when you see people that and they're just, like, out of the blue, and you realize that they're just as clumsy or
yeah,
worse
they're just as human,
Yeah, exactly. My roommate out there, my old roommate, ran into Brad Garrett at Starbucks.
Oh, really?
And he had a conversation with, this is like 4 years ago, and he was, he's just like, oh, I'm a huge fan. And Brad Garrett, they said he was the coolest guy, and they had a conversation about how approachable people are when they're not in New York.
Oh, really?
It's weird,
LA.
man. Yeah, it is just so weird because Brad has a room at MGM. He has his own club there. And it's weird, man. It's a different vibe. See, there's pros and cons to it. Like you go into the city and you see someone on the street, you can run up to them, but they're less likely to sit there for a minute or two and talk to you than they are if you're in a casino. It's the weirdest thing. Like that. Maybe it's because they're there and they're held hostage in a hotel room while they're working.
Yeah.
That's
And
possible,
they need an outlet to talk to people because they're only working at night and they don't know anybody there because they're on the road.
Yeah.
But it's such a weird vibe, man. People are more approachable outside the city, I find.
Yeah,
I ran into Dave Chappelle at the Cellar. I tried to tell him what a great big fan I was, and he looked at me like I stole his kid's lunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, hey, Dave, I'm such a huge fan. He just looked at me like, you got to move. You're in the way.
Do they still have Comedy Stop at the Trop there?
What's that?
Do they still have the Comedy Stop at the Trop?
No, that's the Laugh Factory now.
Oh, okay, because I remember I saw Jimmy Walker there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then Brad Garrett moved his into the MGM, right? He was at the Trop, I think, at first. And then his comedy club, Brad Garrett moved into the MGM across the street.
Yeah. Brad's room, it went from Comedy Stop to Brad's room for like 3 or 4 months. And then the Laugh Factory came in, and Harry Basil took over the Laugh Factory. He runs the Laugh Factory in Reno and in Vegas. And Brad went over to MGM and opened up a club. Brad's club is really nice. Brad is like a dark, low ceiling, the clubs the way they should be, you know, so the sound stays in there.
Like his actual
the laugh
humor.
factory is
You know what? Yeah, it's funny because
Yeah.
I met Brad, and he's about 1.5 feet taller than me, so you would think he would have a high ceiling place because the guy's fucking tall as shit.
But it's literally
he's
just
not
his
7
height, probably.
foot. I mean, he's not 7 foot. He's close.
No, but he's up there. He's got to be 6'6", 6'8", maybe.
Yeah, 6'8", 6'9".
6'8",
but his
6'9". He's
ceiling's
tall.
about
I
7
remember
and a
being
half.
tall because
But the Laugh Factory has like 20-foot ceilings.
yeah.
So the sound you can feel it, and you know, only when there's like, well, I've seen Dice there or these other guys, and they're just like crushing it. But the energy is, you know, they have to keep it so high to keep the energy in the room up. And you go to the other club, you know, like I saw Gilbert completely killed, but he got banned from Brad Garrett's for being Gilbert.
Yeah, just for being Gilbert.
He got literally.
That's fair.
Literally 2 shows he did before they stopped having him there, and people were just getting up in the middle, like massive amounts of people.
What do you think,
Gilbert was being
he's
himself.
doing? He's going to be the Aflac duck? I mean, what the fuck you
I
think?
mean, he got fired from that, too.
Well, that's because of the fucking...
Yeah, that was the tsunami jokes he did on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, those were some expensive jokes.
We have Dennis
listen,
Adesso
look
in the
at it this
chat
way.
right
Look
now
at-
talking about Bob Kelly at Uncle Vinny's. He was messing with him outside. My cousin and her husband were at that show last month where that Bob Kelly was at. Voss shows up in the middle of the show and helps Bob start heckling a lady in the audience. I'm like, this is an amazing story. Like, Voss starts ripping into her so badly that, the lady, wanted to cry. Like, her boyfriend got to the point where he's like, you're on your own. Like, that's how bad it was. He didn't even want to be acknowledged as girlfriend.
It's like, you got to say, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what it is? It's unaware. She she's probably was cute.
Yeah.
And is so used to everybody just going,
kissing her ass the whole time.
All right. Well, you know, then maybe you should say to her, I hope you get cunt cancer. Maybe that's a
Well, that's your move. Not everybody does that.
Maybe that was the line. That was the line that sent her.
Yeah. That's the line. Come on.
You know, that's it. Telling someone they could die a horrible death, that's not enough.
No, it has to be a specific horrible death.
It was either Norton or Big John. I don't remember who did it, but somebody was telling the story about how they were getting heckled by a fucking pregnant woman. And they kept fucking, and she wouldn't shut the fuck up. And he goes, God, and she left. She's leaving. He goes, I hope you miscarry in the parking lot.
Oh my god!
I gotta tell you, that's awful. But I gotta tell you, the most awkward situation I've had at my mic is when Jonathan Swift was having a conversation with these women from Long Island that were there, and this one woman came up to him, and they had like this painting, like they were wine and painting, like earlier in the day, and she had a painting that she did. You know, like I'm an artist. Yeah, you know, your paint by numbers is not an artist. Or you're not an artist.
Your drunk painting doesn't make you an artist.
Yeah. Every number 2 you have to put green, and every number 3 is blue. That doesn't make you an artist, right? 4-year-olds. That's a 4. Anyway, she comes up to the stage, and he's going off, and he's killing it. And she's a big woman. And Swift does the worst thing ever. He goes, "Oh, you're pregnant. When are you due?"
Awesome.
And her friends are like, "She's not pregnant." and dude, you could. Oh my God, you could feel it.
Do you understand how loud I would be laughing? Yeah. Like cackling. I would be cackling laughing. Like couldn't breathe laughing.
Comedians, dude, the comics were. Dude, we were on the floor. We were crying on the floor. The rest of the audience was like horrified. Like, you know, because that's what normal. That's a normal person reaction.
Yeah,
and
we're not normal
this
people.
thing from normal. Oh man, yeah, dude, I can't wait. I'm going out a week from yesterday. I'm going out this coming Sunday. I can't wait to get back out there. I got to get out of this, dude. That's the one thing I miss about the Vegas is the weather, man. Like it's
well in the summer you don't miss it. I bet.
Yeah.
No, dude. No, honestly, I can handle the heat. The 2 or 3 months of the heat for like 8 months of like 60s and 70s. I can handle that.
Yeah. I lived there for a little while, but I was right before I went in the Navy. I lived out there. My parents lived out there for years. My nephew still lives out there. But yeah, it was fuck. We went there in August, and I got out of the car. I was like, "Holy fucking shit! Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
I love the hot weather.
I did a
like you're looking up. You're looking online. Like, is Vegas closer to the sun this time of year?
It's 120 degrees.
I know the country slopes up, but not that.
You know what the crazy part is? The news doesn't even put out there that it gets above 120 degrees. The news says it'll be 112 tomorrow, but then the day of, you go outside and it's 127 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Like
They're going to scare you inside.
They want me to show my butthole.
Oh, yeah.
I think they want you to show your butthole. I don't know.
So
Did you tear an
No, well,
asshole or
they're afraid
something?
of torture.
Wrestling? I don't know. Did you fall like fucking? You fall in the
Where did
turnbuckle?
that come from?
but I did a show out there about 3 years ago at the Adrenaline Club. You ever play there? It was off the strip.
What spot?
It was called the Adrenaline Club. It was like laughter hours at the Adrenaline Club.
You did Jack Slammy's room.
Jack Slammy's room. Yeah, that's who got me the guy. Yep.
Yeah, I'm
yep.
good friends with him. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing one of his rooms next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Adrenaline still open?
You're talking about the one that had the really big stage.
The really big stage, real high up.
Yeah, the really high. It was like 5 feet off.
Yeah, 5 feet.
off the
It's
floor.
mostly
Yeah.
for bands, but they do comedy there once in a while, and we had an
Yeah.
okay audience, decent sized audience, but it was just so disconnected because you're so far from the
You're
audience.
so far.
You know.
Yeah, you're so far away, and no one wants to sit near the front, so they're sitting in this
Right, and
like
you can't see
balcony
them.
with like a guardrail in front of them.
Yeah, but the balcony's like 2 feet off the ground.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I had fun though. Great.
Yeah, no,
I had a
that's
great
it.
time.
yeah, that's out north. That's on the north side of Las Vegas. Yeah, no, it's a good spot. I mean, there's a lot of places like that there. My favorite room though is in. If you guys get out there on Friday nights, they do a free show. It's called The Dirty at 12:30.
My nephew was telling me about
and it's
this.
at South Point, yeah. And I've done it like 3 times. I know the guy that hosts, Gabe, and
Perfect for me.
he only booked me after I moved there. Now that I moved out, he's like barely will talk to me. But you know, I don't know if he's just trying to book local guys for the headliners. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that room fits about 300 plus people. It's a free show in a big lounge, and they get every headliner. Well, not every headliner, but most headliners in town show up, and they'll come out. Like there was the night that I went to. We did our radio show out there. I did a show out there as well. We had Bobby Slayton, Jackie Martling, and Stuttering John on.
Okay.
And
2 out of 3. ain't
these
bad.
guys were doing a. Yeah, and Lenny Clark was
Lenny
a
Clark's a
feature for
juggernaut.
Bobby Slayton.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine seeing? What was it? It was, and Jim Florentine was there. It was Jim Florentine, Lenny Clark, and
Nice.
Bobby Slayton.
Oh, nice.
With special guests Jackie the Joke Man and Stuttering John. Could you imagine seeing that in a show? That was insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, dude.
And it's a free
that
show?
room is just
It was a free show too.
That's awesome.
free show, man. You got to. The thing is, you got to get there like an hour and a half early to get a seat, because otherwise, and only locals really. It's starting to get out now. But for years, it was just a locals-only show.
Now, where is that? Because
And
I'm
South Point.
South Point, because I'm probably going
South
to be
Point Casino. Yeah,
I'm probably going to be Vegas in
it's
October.
on Vegas Boulevard, all the way south, man. It's like 4 or 5 miles south of Mandalay Bay.
Okay,
Damn.
all right.
So it's in the middle of nowhere, and I lived right up
It's in
the
It's in
Needles.
Henderson.
Silverado Ranch there. Yeah,
I'm probably going to be
you
out
got-
there in
you
October.
could do this. Yeah, what was that, man?
I'll probably be out there in October. Early October.
October's a good time to be there. If you can get there, well, late October it starts getting chillier, but if you can get the best time of year to go out there is like this month coming up, May.
Yeah.
May and beginning of June and September and early October, you can still hit the pool. It's like 80s, it's like high 80s, low 90s, but you can't even feel it, man. It's like when it's like 90 degrees here, you want to jump out of a window.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
90
that's true.
degrees out there, you're going out in jeans and long sleeve shirts, and you're like, oh, it's kind of brisk.
Should I take a jacket? Or are we going far?
Well, that's the whole thing. I used to go to, when I was in the Navy, I was in San Diego, and we used to go to New Year's Eve, we used to go to fucking Vegas.
Right.
And, dude, literally, we're drinking out of the fucking, I would take the change cup, because you can't walk around with bottles. They only have bottles.
Yeah.
So I would take the change things that they give you and go wash them out in the fucking bathroom and have them fill those up.
Oh,
Yeah, I was out there. I was out in Vegas for New Year's Eve, I don't know, 18 years ago, 19 years ago, and they closed Las Vegas Boulevard down.
Yeah.
So you're only allowed to walk on it. But people were
oh
carrying.
yeah, they do. Oh, they block off. New Year's Eve at 5:00 in the afternoon. They shut all traffic down a block over each side of the highway.
Yeah.
And you could just start, and literally, not even kidding you, I stopped counting when my friends and I stayed. Like we stayed there. We were living there, and we got a room at Monte Carlo. and we
Was
walked
what,
up to the
$1,000?
Bellagio in the middle of Vegas Boulevard. No, we had a friend. No, we were locals, man. We have all the players' cards.
Yeah.
Which means we spent way more to get that card.
Yeah, exactly.
Players go, we're going to comp you 3 nights stay. Oh, that means I spent about $6,000 last year.
Yeah,
at your
exactly.
hotel.
Exactly. 3 nights. Woo, thank you.
But yeah, dude, they line up Vegas Boulevard with every possible Metro PD vehicle that they have in the middle there. You know, in the middle with the Meridian. It is insane, like how much with the police presence on New Year's Eve. I can't even tell you. Like even before the mass shooting and everything, I can't even imagine what it must. That must be a nightmare to be like law enforcement and fire on New Year's Eve there. That's insane because every hotel synchronizes their fireworks
Right off the roof.
So yeah, it's crazy. You stand in the middle. So we went to Bellagio right in the center, and you literally you'll see the hotels from MGM and Tropicana all the way down to like the Wynn. And they synchronize like they do the 4th of July off the river.
Yeah.
But like 6 miles of hotels are just launching, whatever the shit they're firing into the sky.
When I was there for the New Year's Eve, they did, each one of them did their own starting at like 11:30, 20 after 11. And then at midnight, they all did it at the same time.
It's crazy,
and,
it's
and
nice.
the next morning, the fucking smoke was still lingering. That's how much smoke from all these fireworks. It was really amazing to see. And I was also astounded about how many, because all the Asians come from California.
From Asia?
Well, there was more Asians in Vegas that night than there was in Asia. So, but they were drinking out of Tide bottles. You were saying you a cup?
They were drinking original Tide Pod?
The original Tide Pod people. It's they were drinking. That's what they were drinking out of Tide bottles. Because think about it, you clean it out well enough and you fill it with beer or wine or whatever the fuck you're drinking, and it's got its own little spout.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to walk around with alcohol.
There was probably a fucking squid at the bottom of it.
Yeah, I must have seen fucking 500 people walking around with Tide bottles.
And a fucking teenage girl's panties as a filter.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what else would you use?
Exactly. They're see even in drinking laundry detergent, they're still 15 years ahead of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what it is?
At least when you drink the detergent, it helps clean you out inside too, so it's good.
I mean, drinking out of I just would never be able to, whatever it is I'm drinking, it always have that detergent smell to it. Because you can't clean that out well enough.
That's why you get something like lavender scent. It's like, ooh, this Hennessy tastes lavendery.
Yeah, my vodka smells like lavender. Oh my God!
Hey, I smell linen fresh.
Yeah, exactly. My fucking vodka's April Fresh.
Yeah, exactly. This is a new drink. It's called Clothesline.
Yeah, Clothesline. Yeah, drink too much of it, you'll get clotheslined, all right.
Yeah, you will.
Exactly. Oh man, dude, I love Vegas, but New York is home for me. It always has been. It's just you go to you guys know, you go into the city and it's just there's just nothing.
But hate.
There's just nothing to compare it to. There's nothing to compare it to compete with, but as far as comedy goes, and in the level where I consider myself at, it's like you got to get out of this area, and you got to, like you guys drove up, you got to get out of the area.
You got to test yourself someplace else. Yeah.
It's just a glut of fucking comics though is the problem. There's so many fucking comics.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Comics. I got to use the quotations.
Use the air quotes.
And it's just like, okay, I can't bring 12 people, so you'll get on every show. And I won't get on. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. I got no time for it.
Oh, my first 4 years was like I victimized myself by getting sucked into the bringer shows, and then by like the third year, I was like I couldn't get 2 people,
That's how they get you to quit the business.
Yeah.
It's funny. It sucks because it's the pariah of the industry, but it's also a necessity for these clubs because that's the only way they can stay open 7 nights a week.
Right.
Because
is if they got people spending money.
They're doing exactly.
Right. The funny thing is, you lasted 3 or 4 years with bringers. The 3 or 4 months was my cutoff before everybody. I had the most unreliable family and friends.
I don't mean like every month I did it. I was doing a couple a year, and then by the
to
get video, just to get tape and pictures and
okay, I get it.
And I realized I was like that shit wasn't needed. I could have gone anywhere else. And the moment I hit Vegas, like when I was visiting Vegas from New York when I wasn't living there, and because I'm talking about 10, 12. Well, no, like when I was doing it, probably like 10 like 6 years ago, when I started really going to Vegas before moving, there was like this need for anybody with an accent from the East Coast to go on stage. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll capitalize on this a little bit, because why not? Because I just got victimized by, Stand Up New York and Dangerfields and all these places that make you bring 8 to 10 people.
Right.
And I'm getting booked, like, legitimately, doing, a minimum 10 to 15 minute spots, and, getting paid for it. And I was like, okay, so now I was able to stretch. I was able to work better material, and get stronger. But it's a double-edged sword. You got to be ready. If you're ready and you really need to get a videotape and you don't have the means, scrape together 8 to 10 people, be fucking good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you're asking too much.
Be as good as the guy that you're going up in front of. Don't be going up there the first 6 months of doing stand-up because you got
and then put your tape on YouTube. How many guys did that?
Oh yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Your third time on stage and you're putting it on YouTube.
I did that. It's still floating around out there, but I got laughs my third time on stage.
I got laughs my first time on stage, but I fucking still, like, I'm not going to put that fucking set. I'm a pacing asshole. And I'm fucking saying my set as quickly as I could.
Yeah. Or like Sick Vic, every 6 months he puts out the same video in a different spot.
Yeah, I can't tell you that fart joke I wrote that first week that I started doing comedy. It's better than any other fart joke that was ever written. I got to say that on the Comedy Cellar stage.
Yeah, exactly.
My fart joke's pretty funny. I got in trouble at work for it.
There you go. Well, if you're in trouble, it's
exactly.
pretty good. So you were talking about
you gotta
you were talking about shows before where Jackie the Joke Man, all those guys showed up. And you probably heard about it, but at the the Comedy Cellar sometime late or early last year, people went down, a regular Comedy Cellar, the one down in the Village there, not the one at the Underground. And these people paid for their 9 o'clock show, whatever it was, and whatever it is to get in now, 18 whatever bucks to get in,
35,
and they said, well, we have a couple of special guests, nothing crazy. And then that night, like Seinfeld came out. And Chris Rock came out, and Amy Schumer came out, and
that's amazing. Yeah,
I forget.
You're not going to get that anywhere else.
No, you can't. You know what it is? These people just popped in to do like a 10-minute set each, and this was just a regular paid show where you walk down and you're like, well, there's a special guest, I don't know, and then boom, who was the other guy? Dave Chappelle showed up, and it just all fucking went on one right after.
You got your money's worth that night.
But that doesn't happen at like Broadway.
Yeah. I was there. Last time I went to a show to see the guys, to line up and to like talk to people. Some of the opening act, like the people that run the smaller rooms,
right,
tend to know the people that are past at the clubs. They're trying to get past, so they try to, they befriend people. I go to the Cellar. I stayed a couple nights down there, and just so I didn't have to drive back and forth. And the guy at the front knew me because I did like 2 or 3 nights where I was going in for the 11:30 show. Because I would do a couple mics. I would go out and talk to people, and then I would go to the late show.
Okay.
John Mulaney was hosting Saturday Night Live that following that Saturday, and I had no idea about it. I saw Mulaney work on his monologue 3 nights in a row at the Cellar.
Oh, really?
So it's cool. And then he's like, and he goes out there and he destroyed. Yeah. And he's like, all right, we're going to pretend like I'm at SNL. I got to work through the timing of it, And he goes, and then he's talking. He goes, I'm not having a stroke. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like, don't think I'm losing my mind, And then he actually, then he did his monologue, and then he did 10 minutes, and then he left. And to see that, I mean, like I knew friends out again, like in Vegas just a few months ago. Attell was going out there to do bumpin' mics with Jeff Ross, and they stopped in while driving. Like they said they were going to make a stop, and they lost their minds because these people in Vegas have never seen Dave Attell. When was the last time Attell did Vegas?
Probably
20 years ago.
Since he had that night show on Comedy Central.
Yeah, when he did that Geraldo with Geraldo and Dane Cook.
Yeah.
They did a tour. They did the Insomniac tour there, and that was like 15 years ago. So, so they lost their minds. And then Ray Romano was promoting his Netflix thing, and which, by the way, you guys got to see that special is awesome.
Who, Ray's special?
Ray Romano did. He literally did his 45-minute special, or his hour special. He did 30 minutes at the Cellar on McDougal, and then he walked. The cameras followed him from when he left the stage all the way to the Village Underground, and he did the other 30 minutes set at
really?
the Underground. And the audience, and they did normal audiences. It wasn't like a staged audience for TV.
Oh, that's
it was
cool.
just the normal Thursday night crowd.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, that dude, and it was such a cool special, especially to see Ray Romano, who hasn't really performed in like 15 years, and dude, he killed it, man. And it was still like Ray Romano from like what you remember, talking about his family and all that, and it was all new stuff. But he said it was he was talking to the camera crew, and it was so stressful. He said it was stressful because he was doing a set, but he was doing an extended set here. And then they're literally just going to walk. He walked in. They said, okay, we're ready for you in about 2 minutes. So he's hanging out by the table. He's talking to like a couple people. And they say, all right, Ray, we're good. They walk downstairs. He goes on stage. We got a special guest, Ray Romano, and
everybody loved him.
24 minutes. Oh, dude,
Wow,
it was
that's
like
excellent.
they were blowing. You should have seen the audience's reaction because no one knew he was trying to do. He was not trying. He was doing stand-up again.
Yeah.
So, dude, the city is the city, man. You can't.
Yeah.
There's like, you step, dude, you can just hang out. You just go to the coffee shop down the street, and you're like, holy shit. Like, what am I doing in the Hudson Valley,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
crazy.
the big thing I can do tonight on a Monday after I get off the phone with you guys is go to Walmart and buy a new pair of jeans,
All right. That's
Like, that's how you know you're getting fucking old is when you're buying jeans at Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And liking them.
Well, yeah.
These are great for the price. You kidding me?
The Wranglers.
Wranglers, come on.
That's right.
The Wranglers, man. Wranglers.
Bobby,
Automotive oil, Yo.
we're going to get going, man. I got to talk to you again soon. We got to try and see if we can get you down here, too, man.
Yeah, dude, I would love to be in studio, man. I love that. I love radio, man. It's, dude, anytime, man. Anytime.
Studio room. Kitchen's over there. It's on the other side. Living room's over there. Kitchen's over there. Studio.
It's more like
I love it. I love it. Being a chubby Italian guy, I love it. You're in the kitchen. You're right near the fridge.
There you go.
Yeah, this works.
There's pizza.
There's pizza.
There's
It works.
pizza here.
Yeah, order a pizza. Yeah, bring him in. Bring the pizza guy in. Hey, man, we're on the radio.
We'll do one of those pizza dare videos.
That's right. We
I'll
had
have,
a black.
I'll have a whoopsie when the pizza guy comes in. My dick will just fall out. Oh no! What are we gonna do about this, sir?
We had a black comic on a couple weeks ago, and my neighbor was a little concerned that there was a black guy in the neighborhood. She decided to come over and knock on the door and interrupt the show.
Awesome.
It was perfect.
Nice.
Like, hey, he doesn't look like he belongs here. Hey, I think you have a leak on the side, sir. I'm like, yeah, no, I know. We're good. Relax.
We're good. Calm down.
That's great,
By leak,
man.
do you mean
All
black
right,
guy in the
cool.
house?
Yeah.
All right, mister.
Take care, Bob. I'll talk to you
You
soon.
guys,
Good talking to
See
you,
you
Bobby.
later.
absolutely. And thanks again for coming up, man. I know that's a hike. Thanks for
Not a problem.
driving up, and you guys were awesome on stage. And
Hey, now, if you wanna play along-
again.
Bob, if you want to play along, we have one of our sponsors is efuck.com, and we're going to have our clip of the week. So if you want, you could play along at home, or if not, you could check out later. We'll try and get the link out later on tomorrow, because if we put it on today, they'll try and cancel our feed.
Yeah, they'll
So
kick us off the
we
internet.
got to wait till after it's on for like a day, and then we can add links in. But yeah, I'll talk to you soon, and I will talk to you in a bit, man.
All right, you guys, be good.
Bye
Thanks
now,
again.
sir.
Bobby.
Bye.
Good talking to you.
Later.
All right, later. See ya.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Where did
All right,
you-
so,
where- where
so
did you
actually,
drive up to?
Dennis had some fucking gems in there.
oh yeah.
So he said Navy stands for nuts, ass, Vaseline, and you.
Yes.
I've never heard that one, but I enjoyed it thoroughly.
That's a good one. What page?
All right, it's page 1.
Okay, that's easy.
Down with the sickness.
Oh. That looks like it's not bad.
Click on it. 10 seconds in, I was sold and stopped watching.
I don't know if I believe that. Hold on a second.
Oh, God.
It's like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it does. We're
Echoing.
hello.
We're going to echo when we have the TV on.
What are you gonna do now?
What?
She's sickness.
Yeah, that's it. Just like that.
Fill me with your retard cum is the name of the clip of the week. Nice. What does that sound? Oh, yeah. Great feedback.
What do you want?
So much for retards having large penises.
Oh, that's part 2. Mm-hmm. That was kind of nice, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm guessing she knows it's not contagious, right?
Yes, yes. It's called the greatest name of any clip ever.
Yes.
Fill me with your retard cum.
I want you to fuck me now.
You want to fuck me?
She's not bad looking.
Yeah?
No, she's not.
Come on and fuck me.
You wanna be fucking something? You got to be fucking something. You wanna be fucking something? You got to be fucking something. Oh. Hard to bend over.
Now, did she use your acting coach or?
Yeah.
She just said it, yeah.
Yeah, she's got the answer.
You like to watch it go in? Oh, God, you should see what I see.
I'm so happy Elazar put out a fucking sex tape.
You beat me to it.
I like the way you just put it in. Oh, it's just, yeah. Oh, it's just,
Who's doing all the editing? I have to complain.
Oh, he's a retard.
Wow, we still got a minute left in this clip.
This is a long clip. I was about to
This is a
say.
long clip.
He's got retard strengths.
Yes.
I don't believe he's a retard.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Because
I
they're not showing
think
his
it's all
face.
fake.
Yeah, they're not showing his face.
I'm gonna come soon.
Right, maybe he's just playing along for the for the sake of the
Oh, where can
the
I
blocking.
Where do you want to come?
Come? Where can I come?
They just slated him as retard guy, and he just went with it.
He's like pulling a Johnny Knoxville
Yeah.
movie.
It's your choice.
Is that Bam?
Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Oh.
So now, which end of that is Bam, and which end is Vinny Beetle? He squirted.
As Anthony would say. He made cumsies.
Just give over your butt crack.
I know. It doesn't like me.
Oh, I love retard porn. And that was our eFuck clip of the week.
Sponsored by eFuck.
Sponsored by eFuck.com.
What the fuck?
That made my day.
Yeah, I've got a boner.
That,
Retard porn.
For those that don't know, eFucked is the site you go to when you need to stop jerking off from watching porn all day.
Yes, yes. eFuck is a terrible, terrible site.
When your therapist tells you you really need to quit masturbation,
Start watching eFuck.com.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I need to make sure we get that. I got to get some shirts.
From eFucked?
Yes. I told you, my son, they like frown upon certain like shirts that they wear to school. And I got, I tried to get my son some shirts, and it's like, yeah, they made me turn it inside out. A Gerald's Funny for No Damn Reason T-shirt, because it said damn, they made it was too provocative for school. I'm like, really? So I want to get, eFucked has a shirt where it's just the guy's picture, but no words. And I'm daring a teacher to say something about it.
Because they would have to know what it is.
They would have to know what it is.
They would have to know what it is.
Yeah.
Now, what if a teacher asked your son, "What is that? What's that shirt for?"
It's something from my dad's podcast, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Watch the podcast and find out.
He's gonna say it's something from my dad's podcast. He's gonna go, "Your dad owns eFucked?" Oh wait, no.
Which is amazing. Oh God. It was so long we didn't even need a bonus clip. I like that.
Yeah. Next week I have a clip also.
Oh God, you're ready to
You
go.
already have a clip for
Yes.
next week.
We got to make sure what's his name's still in next week.
What's
Farley?
his name?
Farley, Dan Farley.
Farley will appreciate next week.
Oh, Dan's coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm actually I'm throwing a show July 25th, and I'm bringing in Kevin.
Israel?
Kevin Farley.
Kevin.
Oh,
Farley.
Kevin Farley. Okay.
Now, where's that?
The headliner. In Neptune.
Oh,
In Neptune. Nice.
so speaking of awkward moments at a show, I forgot about this. Dennis just reminded me. So I do my fat bit with the retarded at the gym, blah blah blah. Well, there was a guy in a wheelchair. I don't know what was wrong with him, but he was,
Special.
he was a little special. You know what I mean? Like I didn't realize it when I was telling the joke, the uncomfortableness in the room.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I had to finish with something. I'm like, why the fuck didn't that joke go over that good? And I had to finish with something else to get like my last laugh, and boom, bring up the next band. Mm-hmm. And he just reminded me, oh yeah, hey, Yeah. Tell him how you were telling retard jokes with the Stephen Hawking dude sitting in the back of the room.
Wait, you both had one
That's
like
exactly
that. That's
what
awesome.
happened to me
Yeah.
last Saturday or last Friday. Same exact thing happened to me.
Yeah. But you weren't doing retard jokes. I was.
No, I wasn't. You know, the good news is someone else yelled out Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
And I just kind of ran with it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So, Anthony, what do you got coming up?
All right. Well, I think I have something. This Friday, I'll be at the station in Cranford.
Oh, you can make it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm the only one that can make it.
Yeah.
I did tell Bonner I couldn't make it.
I messaged him today. I told
Me
him
too.
a few weeks ago. No, I told him a few weeks ago. I messaged him and said, I can't make it. I got something else came up. And he goes, oh, okay, no problem. You know, hope to see you soon. I was like, okay. And then when you texted, I noticed it, and you texted me today. So I messaged him again. He was like, oh, I forgot. No problem.
The 11th, I think, I'm in Bayville.
Yes.
Okay, I'm definitely in Bayville because Paul offered it to me, but they never got back to me when I said
90%. It's about booking the headliner there on that one.
Okay, well, he asked me one
Yeah,
guy.
he was
I said you should book him. But
He was looking for a headliner that would match you.
Yeah.
And I'm hosting.
Yeah.
So
11th, I'm in Bayville. That should be a fun one.
that should be fun if we get everybody that's supposed to be lined up on that show.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
31st, I can't talk about.
Is that when that is?
Yeah,
I've been meaning to ask you if you've done that already.
No, I haven't. That's 31st.
Okay.
And that's really all I got scheduled. I'll be at the Dublin House fucking next week. You know.
Yeah.
It's not a real show though, so it's a mic.
Is that next week already again?
It's gonna be the
next
Sunday's the
week.
5th, so it'd be May. Fuck. Dates. It'd be May 2nd. No, May 1st. Sorry, May 1st.
Well, I've been screwing up. I literally just had to message somebody else because I was about to plug this show, and I realized everything was in my Google Calendar wrong. So the show that I thought was Wednesday is actually Friday, and I just had to cancel that one as well.
What do you have going on
What are
Friday?
you talking about?
I was supposed to do – well, I'm going to be at the Meadowlands Comedy Club Friday at Reds.
Okay.
But I also was supposed to do Bonner's Room and also another spot in Delaware that I triple booked. So I literally just reached out to the guy, Al Carroll, down in Delaware.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, fuck. 'cause
Look
I
how
just saw
fucking
them,
popular Dave's at. He's fucking triple booking.
Triple booked.
yeah, but I have nothing else the rest of the week. So I don't know how good that is if I can't make any of them.
Tell him you can make it another night.
I did. I just
Tell
said
him to
that.
do the show Tuesday.
Well, I thought the show was on Wednesday, but that's his other show that he does on Wednesday, so it threw me all off. That's why I looked at the date, but put the wrong date in my calendar. I'm like, yeah, Wednesday, I'm good. But it's Wednesday's not the 26th, so I'm screwed.
Oh boy, that's Friday.
Yes.
It's Friday. Just saying.
But which is, and I gotta try and get you down to do his room,
Where?
Delaware.
All right.
Whose room is that?
Al Carroll. He used to
Foul
Foul
Mouth
Mouth
Al?
Al, yeah. He puts on a good show, and I had a good time.
Will be my kind of crowd? there
They
bu-
like humor.
Is there bikers and metal people in the audience?
ab-
Those are my dude. I seriously, I'm being dead serious. I want to just play bikers and fucking metal rooms because I'm a
So seek
fucking
that out.
murderer.
Seek that out then.
But I go anywhere else, and I black rooms, they fucking hate me.
Brighton Bar.
That's where I was. That's where I just played.
Oh, that's where you were?
Yeah, that's where I just played Saturday.
I live right up the street from there.
Yeah, I just played there Saturday. They had that was where the metal fest I was talking about was.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right up the street from me.
Yeah.
This was at the Blue Whale Brewing Company that I did from a couple
wow.
weeks back. And I was supposed to do another one. I'm like, yes, I'm in.
That's which now? That's the one in Delaware?
Yeah, one of the rooms he does in Delaware. He does 3, and he's about to get a 4th room, so I want to make sure I stay on his good side for that shit. Because he puts on a good show. I'm not going to complain about it. And there's one other guy that runs rooms over that way.
Is it a paid gig?
For him it is, yeah. The other guy, one of his 3 shows are paid. But he wants you to do all of them to get you the paid gig. Which kind of sucks, but... Well, he does 2 in Delaware and 1 in Philly.
Because it's a long ride.
Yeah, I know.
To go for free.
Right. Yeah. But also, it's also good going out and seeing... I've actually, at the one spot where it's not paid, but it's like Bonner's where you get the free food.
Yeah.
I
And,
like food.
Right.
I like food. Food's good.
So I go down there and I get, to eat pretty good for free. But I've actually been there a couple times, and people have come back to see me, which is weird. Like, this guy's, oh, yeah, I heard you were going to be on this one. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, you know what? That is weird.
Yeah, I know. For me.
It's fucking real weird.
So, you got to go where you can
didn't
get
happen. Come on.
it. No, it did. It did.
Wow, good for you.
Dude, I got recognized at Wawa the other day.
Did you really?
So-
Why'd you steal something?
Not this time.
The sex offender registry.
Yes.
Did you steal something?
Hey, you're the one that touches kids. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're
The
not
lady's
supposed
like,
to be
she
here.
goes-
This Wawa's close to a
She goes,
school.
I know you. You're Dave. I'm like, yeah. She goes, you're the comedian that's always with Gerald Benford, right? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, so she recognized Gerald.
Yeah. Look,
And
I was
his
the one that
little-
was in
and his-
Wawa.
and
He
his
wasn't
little-
with me.
And his little sidekick.
Right. I was the little sidekick from Gerald. Yes.
I got recognized last year while I was out for my birthday in a bar. And this girl was like, "Oh, I saw you in a couple shows. You're so funny." And she started hugging me. And my wife's like, "Who the fuck is that?" I'm like, I don't know, a fan. I don't know. Sweetheart, I don't have many.
You got to let me have the three that I have.
Give him a wide berth. I don't have many.
That was like I'm always telling my wife, there's never any chicks at the show. They fucking never And then the one show she comes to, it was like me, Sicoli, George Jake. It was a fucking great fucking lineup. So after the show, I did my fucking my version of crowd work is creeping out girls in the front row, and the rest of the audience usually likes it. They usually get scared, but they came out and they're like, "Hey, can we get a picture with you?" And my wife's sitting there like, "Oh, I thought the girls never talked to you at a show." And then I had another one like, "Oh my God, you were so funny." Blah blah blah. Hey, Mike, and they pulled Mike. Can we get a picture of you? And of course, I go, "Are we keeping our shirts on?" And as I said it, I'm like, "Oh, my wife's standing literally right there, and she's gonna be."
Then you asked
so
Michelle
mad.
Conrad to take her shirt off, and your
No.
wife's standing right there.
Did not.
Oh no, she just offered.
That
No.
time.
And not that time. But
That was funny though.
Yeah.
Your wife gets jealous of all the women that aren't trying to fuck you.
Yeah.
But none of the ones that are.
I literally have like she's jealous. Like she gets jealous with Michelle because I like Michelle.
Yeah.
I don't want to do sex on her now, but now she's dating like one of my friends, so it's like
Even more awkward.
yeah. But I like Michelle because she's a fucking comedian.
She's funny. Yeah.
She's a comedian. She's not a chick comedian. She's a fucking comedian.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
You could say anything to her and she'll fucking laugh.
Right.
That's why I like Michelle.
Yes.
That's why I like hanging out. Like when she comes
She's
and
fun.
hangs out. She's fun to hang out with.
yeah.
But she gets jealous, and then Ike Avelli. So whatever.
Well, Ike wants to fuck you.
Ike literally wants to fuck me.
Well,
He
wants
said
you
it.
to fuck him.
He wants me to fuck him, obviously. But he
Have you done it?
there's a gay comic that we've had on the show. He's a fucking funny
I'll
dude.
tell you what, he's a great guest.
Yeah.
Great guest.
He's a great
He's
guest. I love it when Ike's
flamboyantly gay
And a fun comic.
and
Yeah.
really wants me to fuck him. Like he's dead serious. Like there's no joking involved. So he's been on like 3 times. So the last time he was on, I wore a wife beater
It was summer.
just to be a cock tease.
There he is.
Yeah. He does a show called 50 Shades of Gay.
He wants us to do a show
Go
called
do a picture.
Yeah.
Without a Snapchat filter.
Good luck.
There you go, right there.
Oh, he kind of looks like
All those things are lies.
Yeah.
Well, with a girl, he's still a virgin.
I can tell you now, he's a hell of a lot older than he looks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like 50-something years old.
50-something years old.
he looks like that actor.
Yeah, he does.
What's his name?
What was that gay porn? Fuck.
Is that dude's pants down?
It
I
looks
hope
like
so.
It. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
That wouldn't be unusual in an Ike photo.
No. Oh, wait. Anthony didn't say that.
Now it's a party.
Oh, that's what he looks like. You ever see a Scary Movie 2?
Yes.
The guy in the wheelchair? It's like, hey, lady, I
Yeah.
can do it myself.
Yeah. That's what's his name. That's for Mr. Show, David Cross.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I can see that. Okay. No.
So, what do you think of that one, though?
What is it?
That's him.
What's he supposed to be?
Does it matter?
Something gay? I don't know.
He's supposed to be flamboyant.
Something flamboyantly gay?
What do you got coming up, Mike?
For shows, I have May 11th, and
Where are you going to be, May
What?
11th?
Where?
May 11th.
Somewhere. I'll be somewhere. Just go to every comedy club and ask them if I'm there.
Start calling now. That's not a bad deal. Hey, I heard Mike Mazza might be there this week. No, next week? No, week after. When's he going to be there? I heard he was going to be there.
Let's see. 'Cause I don't know the name of the places. I just know the dates.
How do you get there?
By car. Yeah.
I think I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to start calling comedy clubs. I'm like, hey, is Dave Hodge there this weekend?
And then have three other people.
May 11th, I'm in Elmwood Park, and that's like Jeff the bartender presents a night of comedy.
Okay.
At where though?
That's at the Reserve Club.
Okay.
Elmwood Park, and then next Sunday, it's let's see, blah 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 blah. Where is it? This Sunday is at the Grand Saloon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And then I don't have anything till my show in July.
Nice.
So I just, yeah.
Shay?
Oh, I have Thursday. I'll be at the Radnor Valley Community College for a Rotary Club fundraiser. I'm hosting that show, and then Friday and Saturday night I'll be at the Comedy Cove hosting for Carrie Louise.
Nice.
And then May 11th I'll be down at the Bill's Barbecue Shack.
I hope their barbecue's good because I'm a fat
It is.
bastard.
It is.
Is it? I was going to say because
The comedy
listen, we're
free
doing
food?
comedy at a barbecue
Discount.
place. I'm going to. I'm actually
I like
not gonna
food.
eat
You get one
before I
free
go
drink,
there.
but discount food.
They have booze? I'll probably be drinking that night.
Yeah, that's what I got. I usually get
Is
like
your
a
wife
vodka
going,
tonic.
or you need a ride?
I think she's going.
Is she?
Where is the Grand Saloon, by the way? You know?
In the Grand Ole Opry?
I don't know, Grand Canyon?
I am not sure.
Grand Mall Seizure?
I didn't get the address. I just got the name of the place and the date.
Pearl River. I know where that is. It's right by the train station.
Oh. Okay.
It's in New York?
Yeah, like literally right over the border.
Oh. Great.
I see Dave Lipton's going to be at the show at the station.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mario
get to
Gentile.
open for Lipton.
Is he doing comedy again? I mean, well, did he start?
Yeah, he was at the fucking, what you call it? You don't remember the
Dublin House.
Oh, you haven't been to the Dublin House?
No, I was there one night. He was there.
Yeah, but you weren't there last year. What, week?
Last month.
Last week? No, I wasn't. Was he back there last week? Last time you?
Oh, he's doing it on the 1st this month?
I guess, right?
It's supposed to be the first Wednesday of the month, so.
Yeah. I could text him right now.
Yeah, I want to go to that.
That show is
You're not
for-
far from Red Bank. You should go to Dublin House.
Wait, there's one at Dublin?
Yeah,
it's first Wednesday of the
every
month.
It's an open mic.
The guy,
It's a really good
the guy
open mic.
Chris, who runs it, he did it for a few years, and we all kind of went there and hung out and met up, and then he stopped for like 2 years?
Yeah.
Just over a year.
Like
Year and a half,
Don
2 years,
Jameson's
something
there
like
every
that.
month.
Yeah, Don Jameson
John-
shows up
John
there.
Moses was there
John
last
Moses.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know for that show I'm doing Ken Farler's running it.
Okay.
Promoting it.
All right, I gotta pee.
All right, and this Friday I'm at Meadowlands Comedy Festival at Reds this Friday night.
And where else are you this Friday night?
That's all. That's the only place I'm going to actually be at this Friday night. Contrary to popular demand. And then on the 5th, I will be at Level 10 with Gerald and the Level 10 Comedy Show. And I will be with Gerald again at the 9th for a
Gerald
private
loves
gig.
you.
He does. He loves me and Vishnu. I'll take it. And I got a bunch of other shit, but I will get back to that later. And you gonna play us out?
Oh, do you want that for the underdogs?
Yes, plug.
Oh, yeah,
plug. Don't forget to plug the
your-
Amazon show.
Plug your
Come
Amazon
on.
show, fucker.
Well, you didn't say anything.
Well, I asked what you got coming up.
Oh,
He went right to gigs.
That's what I thought. You asked him his gigs.
Well, we don't have TV. We don't have TV shows coming out.
What do you want me to tell him when I have wrestling practice too?
Okay, so Underdogs. It's on Amazon Prime right now. If you type it into the search bar, it's like the 3rd or 4th one down. It's by Marcus Reyes. That's
Nice.
the director. And first episode's on there. The rest of it gets released either next month or June.
By summer.
Yes.
By summer, it'll be up
by
there.
summer. It should be up there.
All right.
Underdogs.
Underdogs on Amazon. Did you hear that, Shay?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure.
Underdogs on Amazon.
And
then-
play us out.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for us.
Thank you.
Go fuck your mother.
You've been listening to the Uncomfortably Funny podcast. You can find the show at facebook.com/uncomfortablyfunnypodcast and on Twitter at uncomfortablyfu. To connect with the show's hosts on Twitter, Dave Hodge at The Hodger, Anthony Ennis at Ennis Comedy, and Shay Farrell at ShayF_comedian.